Welcome to the Shadow of the Broker 43, Profits Without Borders. Everyone can go ahead and roll Destiny, and we'll do a rundown of the characters, starting with Ben.
Hi, I am playing Gristillavaris Banks, also known as Gristle. He is a Shistavinan Wolfman doctor and charmer. Recently, he has helped save the Prince of Zygerria from a malicious cyberware attached to his frontal lobe, and I'm remiss if he didn't help his people from whatever's happening to them right now. So,
Yeah, and just so we can, oh, did we lose someone?
Yeah, James dropped.
Okay. I'll wait to give the rundown of the situation with Saber until he gets back, so everyone can hear. Dart.
I'll be playing Chef Domdes, who is a Toydarian smuggler career-wise, but he is pretty good in the kitchen. And ever since the Empire shut down his Gabaki goulash source, he's been working for the rebellion. And since he knew the agents from a prior experience, the broker requested that he be their quartermaster.
Mastering their quarters. Got it. Okay, Leslie.
I'll be playing Hack. He is a gank who loves to hack computers. Yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. And Tommy.
I am playing Ragesh Vai, the man formerly known as Captain Compnor. So he's got a lot of guilt because even though he didn't know about the bombardment or the impending bombardment, he was pretty horrified by what happened, and he had already decided to defect, but he wasn't able to actually do that until after the events of In the Clutches of Compnor, and yeah, so he feels tons and tons of guilt over what happened to Saber as well as Saber's people.
Yeah, and let's see if that guilt triggers 99 on obligation. You guys are so lucky. I can't believe that.
What was ours up to? 96?
96.
Wow.
That's silly.
We
Okay,
hit a 4% odd.
nice. And then a 43 does not trigger duty. Okay.
Nope.
And so Tommy was alluding to it, but what do you guys remember about what happened? Is this actually... do I have to reveal this? No. You guys can see the picture, right?
yeah. See, I'm actually interested in hearing this because this is one of the missions I missed, so I actually don't know what happened then.
Same.
Oh, right. Oh, before we do we still want to wait for James?
I mean, we're just gonna be...
Oh, and there's
giving
Jack.
Oh, hey. Obligation does trigger. Haha.
You want me to add it in?
Yeah, add it in.
Okay, we'll see. 1 second.
Was this always starting at 10?
Yes.
Yep.
With Mackins added in, that triggers Gristle's Philanderer.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I had it set for 10 to 2, so... So Jack, let us know who you're playing.
I am playing Macron Duvel, a fallen noble from the core worlds who has recently decided to re-examine his methods for achieving his chief goal of redemption for the Empire.
Okay. And you can go ahead and add your destiny, and then right now we're just going to go through a rundown, so I'm just going to go ahead and get the sound going for the bombardments. So we're just talking about what happened. That's a lot of light side. Wow. Everyone can go ahead and reduce their strain threshold by 1, and then Gristle will need to reduce it by 2, right? So what do you guys remember about
Wait, it's a
the...
99 though, so isn't it doubled?
Oh.
Not that I want Crystal to have
Oh,
less.
that's right.
Oh wow, we rarely have that happen. That's true. Okay, so everyone goes down by 2, but Gristle goes down by 4.
Oh man.
Stress on the doctor right now.
I'm gonna throw credits.
It kind of works, like the whole, he's got that whole thing going on with Philanderer, but then it's humanitarian crisis, so a lot on his mind.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm definitely gonna play with that a bit. Okay, I'll turn this down a little bit more. But there's the sound I had going for when the orbital bombardment happened.
Oh, it
So-
works. I mean, I can totally hear everyone above it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so yeah, let's talk about what happened during the events of the Once and Future King.
Well, the agents were originally called on by Saber to help with a trade negotiation he was having with several different parties aboard the space station orbiting Zygerria. And during the, I wouldn't say festivities, a group turned out to be, oh no, that happened afterward. Before, the original king of Zygerria, Saber's father, I forget his name, showed up and brought a nice posse of children and mercenaries as he worked to reclaim the throne as ruler of Zygerria. However, pretty much right after he made that play, Imperial spies showed up, and they also brought with them a nice fleet that started pretty much bombing Zygerria to the Stone Age.
Yep. And so the Imperials, the Imperial spy ended up getting chopped in half by Rock in one of the missions. I think the other mission just sort of let her go. She was pretending to be a translator for one of the trade groups, and so I had it set up to where everyone would research the groups, and then they would actually have social interactions with them. And so another part of that group was the corporate sector. And what did you guys learn about why the corporate sector was even attending this trade summit?
Oh man, I think it's on the tip of my tongue. It was,
Well, they wanted to purchase the station.
yeah, they wanted to use the station as a spaceport because their own spaceports are kind of clogged.
Yeah, exactly. And so if we look at the galaxy of where Zygerria is, Bonadan is let me get my pointer. Bonadan here, right above Zygerria, is a major port world for the corporate sector. And so, yes.
And also, fun fact, but Eddie, that is where Shorin's from.
And so, there's also a lot of very interesting stuff around Zygerria that I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
And so, if you remember that in Saber's Edge 1, it was revealed that Saber had fled as a child to Felucia, and that's really not that far from Zygerria, oddly enough. And so it actually makes sense at the end of the day.
See, you should have said that. That was all planned.
Exactly. At the end of the day, it was. So the corporate sector had eyes on the station, and it looks like once the Imperials were finished with the bombardment, which they did for 24 hours, with the goal of reducing the population by 90%, they just sort of left the station into the hands of the corporate sector, who have moved in at this point. And so, James, are you actually here now?
Yes, I'm fully here now.
Okay. So tell us about who you'll be playing.
I'm playing Zivo the Hutt, who is a member of Clan Basadi. He's a young Hutt. He was exiled because he was framed for killing a rival in another clan, which he didn't do, obviously, because he was framed, but that didn't change things, and now he's working his way back in, and is kind of not sure his feelings on working with the rebellion, but so far it's made him some good credits, so that's good. Do you need me to roll Destiny, or did someone take care of that for me?
Did anyone roll Destiny for James?
No.
All right.
Another dark side, finally. Okay, and so we pulled over 100 with obligation, and then rolled doubles. So Zio's gonna have to roll reduce his strain threshold by 2. And I'm not going to have tokens this time around for the characters, so you'll just need to work that out on the dossier. And so we were just talking about the events of the Once and Future King, the return of King Alberon, who appears to have just been engaged in piracy for the last 20 years, avoiding a lot of the authorities on Zygerria, who would probably kill him if they knew he was still alive. So he believes that the Slavers Guild tried to have him assassinated, and that Mirage, his wife, the queen and Saber's mother, had colluded with the Zygerrian Slavers Guild to kill him. So there was a reason he was hiding out from Zygerria for a long time. His attempted takeover obviously didn't go very well, but he had arrived with quite a bit of firepower. Does anyone remember the ship that he actually had come in?
Yes, it was the same ship that we already encountered before. It got really banged up by Saber. Atai used it. I forget
Yeah,
its
not the
name.
Marauder, but the assassin cruiser. Something.
Yeah, it's the assassin class cruiser. Oh gosh, what was the
The
style?
Master.
Yeah, it's called the Master. And it doesn't look like Alberon has changed that name. It was a Thai ship during the events of the Pointy End. And so what had happened to the ship then was that the hyperdrive was failing. Both sides found a way to prevent it from catastrophically exploding, but it was basically dead in the water, dead in the nebula, I guess. And so it looks like he was able to salvage the ship and has turned that into his flagship for the moment.
Oh, by the way, Brandon,
Mhm.
one thing to keep in mind is that not only do we roll doubles, but we exceeded 100, which also has a special thing for our group. So the fact that a double was rolled and we exceeded 100, the triggered obligation character actually goes down by 6, and it's -4 for everybody else.
Isn't it
Okay.
-3 for everybody else?
No, that's if it would be -2 for everyone else if they were exceeding obligation by 100 just by itself. I'll post that we did a whole post on this way back. And
Yeah, I thought. Okay, I didn't realize it was doubled. I thought it was just +1 and then double.
well, yeah, well, remember we exceeded and we hit a 99. That's why it's the worst possible result.
The order of operations matters. Which one you do first?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
we
okay.
decided to take the worst one because
Because we hate ourselves.
exceeding 100 shouldn't be happening.
So yes, Gristle is very stressed out at the moment, or he's just not. We'll say that he still hasn't really slept well since. Well, no, this is happening after Onderon, so I don't know why would Gristle still be out of sorts.
Because he was the only doctor on Onderon.
Yeah, so not only did he have this extremely stressful surgery that he performed on Saber, and Saber is actually still recovering aboard the Redemption. There's some stuff I'm wanting to do with Erdo, but what's Gristle? So I'd meant to send this to you before you, that you could add this to your post, but the crystals, the way they interacted with his eyes, the eyes just appear clouded. But as you focus in on the clouds, they seem to be swirling a bit. But from what you can tell, Saber has been completely blinded by this device that was put on him. So he's at least blinded, and of course he lost his right arm as well. So he's still recovering. He was in and out of consciousness for a bit. But he's mostly been wanting to talk to Erdo, and he's going to attempt to start learning how to see through the Force. So that's the state of Saber as you know it. And poor Gristle, having to do all the doctoring, is still very exhausted from everything going on.
Ragesh did try to help. Ragesh has become a medic, and it wasn't that much of a help, but he's trying.
Yeah, And then we can work out in the R pool if Ragesh actually had tried to talk to Saber.
No, he's given Saber space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that stuff can be worked out. It's not going to affect this story very much, other than the fact that you know that Saber is still alive. You can make your assumptions about what Alberon actually knows about that, but or the others. You guys have left Alberon on the Sunflare, and you end up getting a call from Renzi Tosh.
Yay.
She asks for you guys to rendezvous with her, just out in space, just meeting her ship, the Talaris Sky, and provides you guys coordinates.
Okay. So, Renzi, what did you need us for?
I have a plan. I'm sure that now that Spec Force has made she's Spec Force, right? And there's
Yes.
Spec Ops. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you've fulfilled an obligation to Spec Ops, the upper people are letting me use you guys for a little bit. And so, welcome to Spec Force. And so she calls you guys over to meet with her. She says that it does concern Zygerria. And once you guys are docked with the Talaris Sky, Renzi greets you and guides you into a room where Klus is also waiting for you, as well as his daughter.
Hello.
Okay, so if you guys recall Klus and Mirage and Infang?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. One was pretty much a major player in getting Saber back in the game, and Mirage was his daughter, who was actually a spy, spying on the Slavers Union and the Thai until she almost got killed, and we rescued her.
Yes. And so Klus's hair has become noticeably more gray. You can assume that's due to the stress of course, his home planet being bombarded. He smiles at the party and with a great voice thanks them for joining him. These past few weeks, I've been doing everything I can to get aid to Zygerria, but the rebellion didn't seem willing until Renzi reached out to me. Renzi gives Klus a sad smile and says, "The rebellion seized the Zygerian fleet for its own uses, and that enabled the Empire to attack the planet with impunity. The rebellion high command had our forces in motion to take advantage of the Imperial's lessened security in other areas. I didn't realize why the Empire had moved its forces until I heard about the bombardment. I've since tried to organize a humanitarian response, but there has been complications." Renzi grits her teeth, struggling with that last word. Klus nods and continues. "The Imperials were slow to leave the Zygerian sector, and in their wake, the corporate sector authority has moved in. The intelligence we've gathered suggests that the CSA has made some sort of deal to take over the Outlook station." Renzi adds with earnest concern in her voice, "We need that station to organize a humanitarian response, even though it's coming quite late. The CSA is a neutral party, though, and the rebellion cannot attack them openly." She pauses and smiles. "That's where you come in, our shadow."
Yay.
Klus half-heartedly joins the smile. The CSA is making every effort to protect their new holdings. They've established a fleet to protect the station, including 2 gunships. Only CSA ships have been allowed to dock with the station. They've actually turned away mercy ships from the Ciceran League and others. Since the rebellion cannot lend ships, I propose we consider something desperate. An alliance with Pirate King Alberon.
Okay.
Yes, because that is going to work out so well.
We have his daughters, and I would hope the king would not need much more convincing to help the Zygerian people. But he has spent 2 decades a pirate.
Wait a
We
minute.
cannot-
The rebellion has his daughters now?
Well, Klus, so obviously the broker,
Right.
technically has it, but obviously Cluse would have the connections to bring them up.
Oh,
So,
got it. Okay.
so
I mean, has King Alberon even shown any interest in helping his fellow Zygerians?
if not, well, so the issue, of course, has been that the corporate sector has immediately taken over the area. We don't have any intelligence to suggest that he's made any moves since that time, but he is still rightfully king. You can at least hope for that much.
Well, that's the problem I have with this. If even if we do get him to help with this mercy mission, he's going to hijack the effort and say this is all his doing. That Zygerrians owe him this, and his role as a legitimate ruler in the eyes of his people will simply increase. And if he ever capitalizes on that, then this mission's kind of pointless, because then Zygerria is just going to pull back under Albert, his thrall, and he doesn't seem to have the best intentions of the galaxy in mind.
So Cluse nods at this, as does Renzi, and he lets out a long sigh. We need to get aid to Zygerria. I realize that this may be the end of democratic government for the planet, but there are people dying. We need to do something.
And Ragesh will agree to that. Also, one note for viewers, because you guys are going to hear Zygerria and Zygerria. There are examples of both actually in media. Like the Queen of Zygerria says Zygerria, but then there's another part in the Clone Wars where someone else says Zygerria. So we go back and forth too. But anyway.
And so Renzi will add to this conversation that if Alberon does not claim to or does not implement a mercy mission for the planet, the CSA will simply be able to reattack and take back the station. If we can get a medical mercy effort in place fast enough, it would be a public relations nightmare for them to try and take it back. He'll at least have to go through with that end of the bargain. If he wants to rule.
Yeah, I mean, Ragesh is not happy about it, but at the same time, there are people that are dying and hurting, and I mean he was on the planet, right as that was finishing up, so he's seen firsthand some of the devastation. So he's already, it's kind of that point of, well, I don't like it, but people need to be helped no matter what. So he's at that point where I don't even care if King Alberon ascends the throne, as long as people are helped. I mean, he can't be any worse than all the other Zygerians that have been on the throne.
Yes, and so anyone who's actually watched the Clone Wars would know that the Zygerians are not the friendliest bunch in terms of what's going on, what they end up doing. And of course, Alberon, although he did have that adversarial relationship with the Slavers Guild, had, in their brief contact with him, simply called Sabers a fool for trying to end slavery on Zygerria. So his intentions for Zygerria definitely aren't the reformers' intentions like Cluse's are. It's really up to you guys how you actually want to try and set up this arrangement with Alberon. How you want to contact him, how you want to operate the exchange.
One thing I want to put forth, and obviously this is just in the closed meeting, and I'm not even sure if Ragesh would say this in front of Renzi. Maybe not. Yeah, probably not. But remember, we are the Rebellion's shadow. We do what needs to be done. Ragesh is going to say, let's help out Alberon, and then we take him out. I'll poison him, I'll do whatever it takes to make it look like it wasn't us, but he doesn't have to survive.
But you would say this in front of Cluse?
Yes, I would say this in front of Cluse.
So
if he's not on board, that's fine, but I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah, Cluse will raise an eyebrow to that, but not really comment.
Okay, that's a yes in Rogesh's opinion. Thank you for your assent, sir.
Um, I think you misunderstand my meaning, but this will be your operation, and your choices will determine the fate of Zygerria.
Kill them all.
I mean, what? We're 90% there, aren't we?
Well, remember though, that's just Zygerria. They do have other colonies.
Yeah, that's true. And something I did think about since Tommy actually brought up the colonies earlier, the other colonies were probably mainly in the slave trade, like they existed as colonies because of slavery, and so they probably would not have consented to join the democratic government. So they would have become independent at the time of the
Yeah.
so there are like independent Zygerian factions out there, and that's probably where Alberon ends up recruiting a lot of people. Just you know, getting people into his piracy gang. So yeah. How do you guys want to go about trying to contact Alberon? How do you want to try and make an agreement with him?
Do we have contact info, or are we just supposed to find him?
Because you do have access to his daughters, they would have the ability to contact him.
Makes it easy enough.
And that's something that the broker and Cluse have already, since they were turned over to the broker's already gotten that information, it is available.
Right. Part of me thinks that we shouldn't approach him as people that he's already faced. That we all be in disguises and just we contact him as, you know, either rebels or someone. Just because I think that him knowing that we're friends of Saber isn't going to help us in any way. And I'd prefer if we were all, neutral parties as well, that maybe we're able to say that we want to help out, but just for a credit motive, so that he also doesn't suspect the poison dart coming his way.
And so how would you convince him to actually do anything?
We would ask the broker for taped holograph or holovids from his daughters, just to prove that we do have his daughters, and say that we've recently come into the acquisition of your daughters, and we'd like to talk. We'd like to discuss.
No relationship starts well with that opener.
Yeah, and so the question there becomes: so the Alberon would be aware of that it was the broker's agents who took down his daughters.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be somewhat questionable. I mean, he does not understand what the broker is all about, so it's possible that he could believe that his daughters were ransomed off. But that adds another layer there. But I mean, it's a perfectly valid avenue if you guys want to pursue it.
Yeah, I mean, I think just in this case, disguises are always good when we're going into places with multiple factions that do not like us. And maybe we're another pirate gang that we see opportunity, and we actually captured his three daughters, and we were able to figure out who they were. Because of course they're going to be like, take us to our father or whatever. And yeah.
I think either as an independent party or as members of the rebellion, we put ourselves forward somewhat honestly and say, you want to be the rightful king of Zygerria, we want to help Zygerria and kick off the CSA since they're blocking our efforts. We'll help you if you let us help your people. And maybe if he even doesn't like those terms, we can say we do have connections. Well, maybe not say it like that, but we'd be able to return his daughters. Because it seems like in the end, it's like being the king is his prize, and being a pirate out in the Outer Rim sure has its perks, but he still never has gotten what he wants.
Okay. You guys want to go for that then?
Whatever the team wants to go for.
Well, that's what he wants, and if we can help him with it, then it's probably much better in the long run, to be honest with him, instead of running in disguises and trying to misdirect him in any way.
Oh yeah, and about the disguises, I mean, his daughter certainly saw us, but wasn't that communication to the station? Oh wait, no, because you talked to Saber.
He didn't talk to Saber, but he can. There was, I mean, it's one of those like video conferencing sort of things where he can see you, you can see him. So,
So he did see us.
yes, but of course, as a part of the delegations, he was aware that you guys were that Saber's agents were there.
Oh,
and
but he
then-
didn't know we were them. But he did.
Yes.
So okay,
But-
yeah,
but-
we could
but-
just say we were rebels trying to help out Zygerria when it was free, and we still want to help it. And right now, you're our best option. So, bygones be bygones.
Yeah, and then I mean, you can put disguises on top of that. So.
I mean, it's up to the rest of you guys. I mean, of course, Ragesh is going in disguise because that's what he does, but yeah.
Okay.
Macron isn't.
I don't think Domdies would need to, so...
Neither would Gristle. He's never even seen the guy before, so...
And that was Evo even there? I forget.
Yes, Ziva was there. Ziva would probably be more recognizable than anyone. So.
And it'd be hard to really disguise him unless you wanted to disguise him as another hut, which...
You certainly really couldn't hide him as another species, that's true.
You had him as like a table.
a nice couch.
Like one of those.
Fair.
One of those like small little droids, just like enlarged. That's a big like block.
Oh yeah, a gonk droid. We just stuff him inside.
Giant gonk droid. Okay, and what about for Hack?
Hack is a gank, so he never shows his face. He has a helmet on and all that good stuff. So.
Okay, sounds good. Do you need to do any rolls for the disguise, Tommy, or do you just flesh camouflage sort of thing?
Yeah, I'm using the flesh camouflage, so. It's up to you though. I mean, if you want me to roll something for it, I will.
No, I think that's fine. Because it's just an automatic quality. Okay. So what disguise is Ragesh gonna go with?
I'll say just another random human that just looks different enough from him.
I'm going as Barrett Travick.
No, not Barrett Travick. And I think he's gonna give Eno Pawapa a break too. So no Pantoran for now.
Okay. Do you guys want to go ahead and contact Alberon?
Sure.
Okay. And so Alberon does come over the comms. You first initially get just a random Zygerrian at the comms, but when you how do you actually ask for Alberon?
Let us
seek
speak to
an
the rightful
audience.
king of Zygerria.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. And so it's for the descriptions. Turn that down a bit. So because Ben didn't actually get to see Alberon, half of his face is covered in a mask like this, and he has a cape and a great sword on his back. it is fairly obvious that he has quite a bit of cybernetics going on. And these are the daughters. One of them looks particularly masculine, but that's the way it is.
It's on purpose.
Yeah. And so, you get the return of the call. You are speaking to the rightful king. How did you get this this communication code?
We have means. Especially when someone as notable as you is pirating around the Outer Rim, one can find you if one knows where to look.
Stop speaking in riddles if you're going to speak with me.
We got your number from Rafa Maya, the person who made your mask.
Okay. And so, Alberon, okay, he's just going to ask, what is the purpose of this call?
We have a deal that we'd like to discuss.
And why would I be interested in discussing a deal with you?
Because it can get you back on the throne you sought to claim earlier, but the Empire robbed you of it.
So he lifts his head slightly, and then gets a more intense look. How do you intend for that to happen?
At the moment, the only person who would contest your rule is the corporate sector, and their presence on the planet is much smaller than the Empire's was previously. All we need to do is get them out of the way, and there will be no one to contest you.
Okay. Okay. So Alberon will say, and what do you have to gain from this arrangement?
We feel for the plight of the Zygerrian people, and the corporate sector has blocked our efforts to send aid. We figure at this moment the enemy of our enemy is our friend. And if you would be willing to allow our mercy missions, we will have little problem recognizing you.
And who are you?
Agents of the Rebellion, who seek to better the lives of people across the galaxy, at least from the control of the Empire.
So, so you saw him scowl a bit whenever you were talking about aiding the Zygerrians. It's more of the suggestion that Zygerrians are weak in that regard. But so at the mention of the rebellion, he'll say, "I am willing to meet with you, but Klus Noonfang is not allowed to come. You can never trust a spy."
That is a fair arrangement.
We'll meet aboard the Master.
Okay.
We may never trust a spy, but we have no intention of cooling our heels in your brig. Neutral ground is far fairer.
Yep.
What is your suggestion, then?
No doubt there are plenty of inconspicuous cantinas in the Outer Rim.
Very few to which I could park the Master.
Space Hooters.
We're close to the wheel.
Yes, perfect. The Empire cannot have an overt presence there. They shall certainly not notice us.
One thing, though, that Ragesh will say, not where King Alberon will hear, that even though they don't have an overt presence, they definitely have ISB agents all over the place, so we still have to be careful, but, you know, yeah.
That's why I said overt.
Okay. And so you guys have not mentioned his daughters at all, right?
Nope.
Okay. So you've offered him the throne to be returned, and so he's going to, yeah, he's going to agree to meet with you guys.
Okay. And maybe we can talk about his daughters in person.
Yeah, I think that's valid. I think you've intrigued him enough just by offering him the throne just off the bat, so. Okay, so how do you want to arrange the meeting aboard the wheel?
Someplace that's really far from the Arclan's little portion of the wheel on the opposite side.
Okay.
Don't we have any? I know Isotech moved out, but don't we have any context
We have
on
the
the wheel?
Alderanian bar owner.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, he likes us.
I can't remember what the bar was called, but yeah.
All right, we'll use him.
Okay, so you'll actually meet, you'll ask to...
Because they also make you take your weapons and stuff.
Okay.
Surely, after being friendly with him, he might give us a crutch or two.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say that because you guys have him as a contact, he'll agree to host the meeting with the normal stipulations that all weapons are left at the door, and he'll actually close the cantina down so that you can talk in peace.
Awesome.
Okay, so you guys end up making your way to the wheel, and only about 10 minutes after the agreed-to meeting time, Alberon steps through the door with 4 Zygerian guards with him. It looks like they've surrendered their weapons at the door as well.
The place is named Tasia's Tap Cafe, and the guy's name is Bryn Brooks.
Okay, and so you note that Alberon is wearing a hood as he was walking through the wheel, and so his face was obscured, as well as the other Zygerians that come in, but they reveal their they reveal themselves once they do enter. Alberon locks eyes with everyone in the room, and he seems to have a subtle look of recognition.
Yes. I'm sure you recognize us now that we are in person. We were there on what was it called during the Slavers Union time? The station.
The Outlook.
We were there on the Outlook when you attacked. We are the Oh man, I just forgot what I was going to say. We were there trying to do what we are doing now. Of course, now our desire is even more impressed upon us.
And they brought me aboard. I am Captain Charzan, pirate at your service. And, yeah.
Huh. Okay. Go ahead and roll your deception. Let's make that against 5 red.
Ugh. 5 red.
Is there any way? I don't think I have the skills to back you up.
Go for it. I'll help out.
I still have to roll the difficulty. Sorry.
Yeah, you can roll a boost for unskilled assistance if nothing else.
So does do you have 6 cunning now? Oh, you flipped.
I flipped.
Okay, so
Sweet. Demolish that.
4 successes and 1 advantage.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So, Alberon, you see Alberon grit his teeth a little bit when you call yourself a pirate, but he'll nod to you. So he'll sit down. His guards will stand behind him, and he'll ask, "What resources do you bring to take out the corporate sector?"
our own individual set of skills. Yeah, I'll leave it at that. We were able to escape the station and the bombardment, were we not?
The Empire allowed all the diplomats to leave. And if I recall correctly, you were luckily only lumped in with them, seeing as you are agents of my son.
Domdy, shush. And your spatula. Don't forget your spatula. Perhaps, but if I remember... Crap, I'm a bit of a loss of words here. Anyone else?
Well, you see, the idea here isn't so much an open conflict as it is... Well, as we said, our end game here is setting up a relief effort that will then help your people recover. And in setting it up, it would then offer them immunity to any such efforts to hinder their growth into renewed supremacy.
A good idea, Doctor. But you still
How'd you know I was a doctor?
You're carrying around the medical bag like all the time.
You may have
Good point.
noticed that I did flip a destiny as he entered the room. And his eyes did dart to everyone. So, I'm not going to say what that was, but you guys can assume what that is. But he'll say, how do you intend to actually reach the station?
Well, I think that's where you come in.
Indeed.
You draw them off, we set up, they can't
yes.
come back.
If you can at least distract the gunships they have guarding the station for a short time, we can get on board. Your ships will definitely not have to suffer much harm for that.
I'm not sure you're too aware of what corporate sector gunships can do, but we should have the firepower to take them out, although if you have the expertise you claim to, perhaps you can help me organize that assault. Gaining access to the station itself will be more difficult than I think you are assuming. What was your plan actually getting aboard?
Well, that's where they brought me on board. I think I might be able to convince some of my colleagues to help out. And I kind of turn to the other guys and I'm like, hidden dagger pirates. And, yeah. If we have some of my men and your men distracting the ships, I'm sure we might be able to have something happen here.
So you're planning to bring in some resources of your own?
We'll try. I mean, it's one of those things where it depends on how lucrative it can be, but I'm a humanitarian. It's great to ship medicines and things through blockades as long as you're paid well.
And so he'll raise his only remaining eyebrow at that. Okay. Okay. What he will say is that I wouldn't expect payment to come from the rebellion for this. Who is paying you?
I, of course, have my own private funds.
Okay, go ahead and roll that against 5C.
Go for it. I can always back you up with the interjection.
Gonna have to get 4 successes.
Okay, I will do it. Let me just check.
And flip too if you need it.
All right. There we go.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay,
So
so
Devo fights in. He's like, well, he's got resources. I'm a hut. We've got, think of the resources a hut can tap into, even if they're not his at this moment.
right? Oh, 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 oh.
Um, so he'll actually look over to Zevo and switch to Huddies. You recognize it as a very formal form of Huddies. Something that, dignitaries would actually probably speak. And it's actually probably a little difficult for the others to understand, even if they know basic Huddies. And he'll say, and do the Hutts intend to profit from this venture as well? Or are you an independent party?
I operate independently, though who can ever guarantee when a hut may or may not find a situation to work to their advantage? Your Highness.
Indeed, working a situation to your advantage. And so he did say that part in Huddies and turns back to everyone. The broker has my daughters. I want them returned to me.
That can be arranged. We can arrange a breakout mission to rescue your daughters. The broker trusts the rebellion. Let us see that it has been misplaced.
Wait a minute, I thought that we were being honest about, well, that you guys were being honest about your affiliation with the broker, so it wouldn't be a breakout, it would just be, yeah, we'll talk to the broker.
Well, I thought we were framing ourselves more because we didn't want to frame ourselves up as the kidnappers.
Okay,
But
then
we
I
were
misunderstood
framing
something
ourselves-
because Gristle had said that we should be upfront about, or, well, Ben, what did you mean by that?
No, he was just talking about, he wasn't even talking about the daughters at all. I mean, just being upfront about what we want to do with the whole relief stuff.
Well, but he knows that we are agents of the broker, though, because that's what
does
Brandon
he?
said.
We held ourselves up as agents of the rebellion, which isn't a complete lie.
He also recognized you as a doctor without meeting you, so
Yeah,
that would be a clue that maybe we shouldn't.
And also, too, he's seen Macron, and Macron's not in disguise, so I think that I don't want to meta it too much,
Our
but
affiliation with the broker was never established, just that we were on the station.
I mean, he has unmatched insight, so there's some.
yeah, I mean, also too, though, Brandon actually said that. Well, maybe I'm mixing up something, but I could have sworn that Brandon indicated that he knew who most of us were.
All right,
He
fine. I
hinted
can
that he
leave it at
probably
your
does.
we can return your daughters. There.
Okay. I realize you want to keep something to be sure I keep my end of the bargain. I want you to return Zygerria to me before we begin this.
The other two are going to be so pissed.
Guess who Dad loves best?
Yes, it might be well enough to inform them of this choice when we let her out. Yes, I can. That seems like an equitable arrangement. In advance payment.
Okay. So, Alberon will agree to this. He recommends that you guys organize the assaults, that you meet in hyperspace, and then, you don't meet in hyperspace. That's impossible. That you guys meet at a point outside of the Zygerian sector, and then everyone will.
Yeah, we'll
come
need
in
some
together.
time, though, because
Mhm.
we'll need to contact the Hidden Dagger pirates and actually see if we can convince them to help out, which we might be able to do. That wasn't so much of a... I mean, pirates are known to run blockades to get medicines and things into places, not for the goodness or from the goodness of their hearts, but because of possible pay. So, talk to the Hidden Dagger pirates and see if we can get some discretionary funds from the rebellion to pay for it.
So something Rinsey would have said is that, of course, this is completely off the books. So there's not much hope of getting funds from the rebellion on this one.
Okay. Well, we'll see if we can leverage you guys OS1 with the Hidden Dagger Pirates. Ragesh wasn't involved with that mission, but he has run through the mission logs extensively, so he knows that the Hidden Dagger Pirates have a pretty good relationship with the broker's agents.
We also have a lot of credits.
Oh yeah, we have our
We
own
could just go
discretionary
ahead
credits.
and pay
Yeah.
them ourselves if they make at least an average request.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so, Alberon means that you guys set a date and a time, and, of course, coordinates to meet up. He, of course, offers the Master and his a small fleet of cloak ships that he has. He also says that he does have a YT-2300 that could be used as well, but we'll see what forces are necessary.
Just to clarify, cloak-shaped fighters or cloaked ships?
Cloak-shaped fighters.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. I'm like, whoa, he's got
So they're-
cloaked ships?
No. So they're just the pretty standard base fighters. You guys will see what's going on here in a bit. Okay, so how do you guys want to? You of course will contact the broker to get access to Zygerria.
And make sure you tell the other daughters that Zygerria is Daddy's favorite. Just to sow
they
that
will.
discord.
It's reported to you that they hiss at her as she leaves.
Perfect.
And also,
Well, maybe
too,
we should
I'm
ask
going to
him
get on...
why he would choose her instead of the other two. I mean, would they tell us?
Yes, a
Depends on
thing
how,
for whips.
depends on how you go about it. So you of course the broker would not let you know where they're being held, just that you would be able to meet up with a transport that would have Zygerria in it. But if you're wanting to actually ask them, it would be over comms. The broker would definitely permit that.
Okay.
So how would you want to go about talking to Alberon and Zygerria?
I don't know, just be straight up. Like, is there any reason why your father would want one of you any more than the others? I mean, you're all equally captivating in your own way.
Careful, Doctor.
So Alvaro will just hiss at you, and Zygerria will say, "You'll get nothing from us."
All right, moving on. Let's ask Zygerria.
Oh, okay, yeah. So obviously she's pretty happy about being freed. I'm sure you guys have her bindered or however you want to hold her.
Yep.
She would be just transferred to the Sunflare with everyone else. So how do you want to go about talking to her?
Your father
Basically the same
must
way.
love
Yeah.
you very much.
And for good reason. You're very uniquely charming.
Oh gosh. Okay, so let's roll your charm.
Okay.
It's gonna be so I think she would let me think. I don't have her stat block right in front of me, but I gave her 4 presents, and so I think it would just be 4 red. But I'm going to flip for it and make it a purple.
I think it would just be 4 red.
Alright. Does Macron have any better than 4 presents or 5 charm?
Yeah, no.
Okay. I'll
I
take
so
a
go
boost.
ahead and just take the boost.
And I'll downgrade it once. Okay. I might as well flip. We got enough. Let's do it. Hey.
Nice.
I helped.
Well, the Reds are really not bringing it today.
Yeah, they're not. They just threat.
Should we go back to what I rolled?
So she'll smile and say, "My guess is that you have a tactical operation that you are planning."
Well, that's really neither here nor there.
Are you meaning to say that he wants you back for your brains?
I am definitely the smartest of my sisters.
Ragesh was
Well,
gonna say in
glad
the
to see your
background.
father is thinking tactically about all this then.
Oh. Hey, remember, Saber only has 2 intellect himself, so.
Oh, wow. Talk about kicking him while he's down. Let's hope. Good thing he's not here.
Okay, so you do have Zygerria. What do you want to okay. Okay, so the Tommy will have to help me with the pirate situation, but how do you want to go about contacting the captains?
I want to contact Jokin, get him on the line, and tell him our plan, and get him to actually be our intermediary with the Hidden Dagger Pirates. And,
Okay.
Specifically, Captains Elise and Darson.
Okay. Go ahead and flip a destiny to enable you to do that to make sure that Jokin isn't like busy on a mission or something like that at the time.
Okay.
Other direction? Or wait, no, okay, never mind. I was like, I'm focused. I have to like refocus in on the darks when I'm playing as a DM. So
Way
it's
too
like
long on the
that.
other side of the table.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, Jokin is available. What will Jokin say?
Leave that up to James.
Yeah, I can get in touch with them, but where am I telling them to go? What are they doing?
These coordinates, let them know the entire plan because we have no reason to lie to them. I'm posing as Captain Charzan, who is one of the affiliate captains of the Hidden Daggers. Just tell them that. And that we just need them for their forces as well as doing a possible blockade run against the CSA.
So we need ground forces along with space assets. You're saying?
No. We're just trying to take over a station, pretty much. So probably not ground forces, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Mostly we're just trying to take over the station. So
Well,
I
are we
presume it's
planning
needed,
to
like-
fight for the station or do something a bit special to it?
well, I was thinking that we would have them distract the ships so that we can get on the station and hopefully take over the station. But that's a good question. What happens once we've taken over the station? I mean, it's not like the gunships could just then turn their guns on us. So, yeah, thinking aloud here. Not sure.
Well,
the
I'll
CSA
give
didn't bother to put any guns on the station after they took it?
Not as of yet.
What if we just, I don't know, can we slip in and disable them, or is it too widespread and not
Then why
centrally
don't we
controlled?
Use the station to. No, we don't have nearly anyone technically minded for that. Send them a false signal and dispatch them elsewhere. Maybe we can send. Maybe it's like, oh, we found where the pirates left to after they attacked. Go get them. And then maybe just send them right into an ambush or a sun.
Oh, actually, yeah, if we can get, since we've got 2 captains of the Hidden Dagger Pirates, maybe we have Captain Darson leading a strike on some CSA assets close by, while Elise helps us with this attack. They create a diversion, we get on the station, and then we reveal through the station that an even larger attack, like this one is actually the diversion for the larger attack on Eddie, one of the main worlds of the CSA.
I'll pass the message along. That seems like a solid plan.
Although that does raise the question of once they leave, it seems like we only set a timer until they come back.
Right. So, well, once we have control of the station, then we could broadcast. Because I'm trying to. Brandon said something earlier that once we had control of the station, that the CSA would be bound by something. What was that, Brandon? Refresh our memories.
If they had tried to send reinforcements to attack you, you'd basically the rebellion's going to be standing by with some mercy ships.
And once they show up, it's going to look bad for the CSA if they try and take it back. because then they're stopping a relief mission that's already in progress rather than just stopping it before it starts, which is a lot easier to do politically.
Okay. And also, too, we will have returned the base to the rightful ruler, who could then officially ask for rebellion help. And yeah, and so the rebellion ships can move in, and then they would still honor the terms of neutrality, because it was the pirates that helped, not them.
But doesn't that... But aren't you still planning to kill him?
I mean, if I can, if I don't get the opportunity, then I don't get the opportunity. And also, that can be after all the humanitarian stuff. Maybe a week later, when he's eating food, he keels over.
Okay, and so remember the how you're actually going to be getting into the station. Right now, the plan is to have Alberon assault the gunships while you guys move in somehow. And so there's not a way to get into the station without dealing with the gunships first.
Well, I was thinking, what about...
We made friends with a bunch of pirates. Why don't we just try and capture a CSA ship?
Yeah, and then
the
we
pirates
go there.
themselves might have some kind of just unmarked ship we can use to slip in with.
Well, it seems like they were only letting... well, I guess when they're being attacked, they're not going to pay that much attention.
Huh.
I like that idea.
Okay, so... So how... Okay, so you're going to plan to try and get a CSA ship?
No, I think Ben had mentioned that maybe the pirates just have another unmarked ship that we can use as ostensibly a civilian vessel that is approaching.
Okay.
Or maybe it's a vessel being pursued by pirates.
Yeah, that's
That
an
actually
option.
isn't a bad idea.
Yeah.
Kind of looks bad for them if they just let a civilian ship be blown up.
It might.
And also, too, the hidden daggers would have markings, so they're not from the sector, and we can have something, either a ship painted up with CSA colors, or just something random and just say, this is the vessel, blah, 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 requesting permission to dock. We are being chased by pirates.
I like that idea.
I mean, we could go super deep. I mean, I imagine they're still getting shipments from somewhere. We could find their logs, find a ship that's going to be going to them,
Yes.
take that ship, and then ride it in.
Yes, yes, I like it.
That seems like it has that plan has a lot of parts that could easily break down before we even get close to the station. Especially if they're escorted.
Well, let's look through the logs first and see if we can pinpoint one that maybe has, it's not so vital. Maybe it's just, the smelly fish or something that they continue to have that shipment keep coming.
Okay, so how are you going to try and determine what they're actually shipping over to the station?
Yeah, I guess we might have to, we would probably have to find one of the source worlds for supplies for this, so maybe a knowledge education or knowledge outer rim check to find that out first.
You would know about Bonadan immediately, but...
Okay.
Yeah, let's not go to the capital of the CSA to do this.
Okay. Let's see. Trying to think.
Well, if we don't use a ship that they're expecting, then let's just take another random ship from one of the many worlds that is around here, and either take a ship from the Hidden Daggers, or we commandeer a ship and just say, don't worry, we'll give it back to you, and fly it there.
Well, they did have that YT that they were holding in reserve. I mean, Alberon's forces.
Okay.
Just use that.
Oh, and
dolled up with pirate colors.
yeah, and there are probably plenty of smugglers who, now that the CSA is in control, I mean, they don't care. They'd still want to come by and trade, right?
Don't we have a cloak ship?
No, they're cloak-shaped fighters.
Oh, we couldn't
Um,
use one of those fighters to get onto the ships.
well,
They're
they're
single seaters.
yeah, they're single person. They're meant for
It'd be
combat.
really cramped, especially with Zebo.
I mean, I say that we take some sort of passenger or supply type vehicle of any sort, maybe fill it with some actual real goods and head there, but then we pull the whole thing where we're being attacked by pirates. So we actually do have legitimate goods once we're on board and just say, "Oh, thank you guys so much. Would you like a free crate of this stuff?"
Totally not poisoned food.
Right?
Well, yeah. I mean, we'll need to bring in like some initial stuff anyway,
Yeah.
like medical supplies. So we've got to get set up.
What? No, never mind. I was just thinking, what if we actually took one of the Mercy Mission ships and tried to, yeah, but they'd probably just try and turn it away, even if it was being attacked.
So are we just looking for a way to get to the station, or what's the end
Yeah,
goal right now?
Like, we have our plan to get there, but we don't have our vehicle. Like,
Yeah,
we need
so-
something that will get us on the station, and it seems like we're just one step above getting in escape pods and just throwing that at the station, hoping they breach the hull.
Well,
Well-
no, we request docking privileges because we're being chased by pirates, and we'll have to hope that works. But we're being attacked, and maybe the pirates start shooting on some of their ships. But I think at least this way, and maybe if the initial check doesn't work, then we can say, we'll pay. Like you can have our goods for free. We don't want to be spaced. If it comes
Could
to that.
also just try a blockade runner type sneaking on and then just going through a airlock.
Well, the only
Remain
problem
attached.
is that with a blockade runner, that's going to be kind of difficult when there's a CSA fleet itself surrounding the.
I don't think he was talking about the literal ship. He was more talking about the tactic.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. So there's an entire fleet that's surrounding this one point. A blockade runner works better when you're trying to get through it to like pass the blockade, but this blockade is literally right like around the station. And also the station itself is not friendly to us. A blockade is usually you're getting through enemies to get to a friendly port. The blockade and the port itself are unfriendly. That's the ruse that we're trying to do.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so I guess we're getting an unmarked ship.
Okay, so Alberon had that YT-2300 that was available. Doesn't have much in terms of guns or anything, but he will say that it does have something special.
Oh, yeah,
It's-
that totally won't bite us in the ass.
It has a assault boarding tube.
Oh, well,
That's
I guess that's okay if we end up needing to force our way in.
Yeah. So that can be our kind of plan B if everything goes to crap. But I think being allowed into the station will make things a bit easier as we move around. Because even as some of us openly talk to people, that doesn't mean that they have to see everybody. So Ragesh can be talking and stuff and say, "Oh yeah, I've got 2 crew members," but we actually have more crew members that have, snuck into the ducts or wherever.
Okay, and so did we want to go ahead and get something from the other pirates?
Yeah, we could always just hire them, more ships.
Do you want them? Okay, so I don't know what kind of ship they would have. Maybe we can just clone the YT-2400 or the 1300.
Yeah, they had YT-2400s, both of them,
Okay.
both captains.
Okay. And so you want to convince them with a negotiation?
Yeah, I think so. If maybe we get a boost or two from Jokin being the intro man, and then Zivo can handle the negotiation, or maybe even Charm. I mean, they are allies of ours, so I think negotiation or Charm would work.
Okay. Um, so yeah, let's get that going. Tell me, you can help me with what the difficulty should be for that.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I'll leave it up to you because their stats would have improved anyway from that point to now. Because I mean, that was the
Okay.
second mission.
Yeah.
So I would say whatever difficulty you feel is right for the scenario works for me.
Okay. So what are you going to offer them initially to join?
Credits. Just go ahead and start with credits, but then also.
I need an amount.
Oh, okay. Gosh, that's a good
Four.
I
question.
think like 10,000. I don't know.
I was thinking 10, 15.
To be honest, I mean, these are pirates and they've got. We're kind of asking them to bring in a lot of staff. I'd say we should start at 20K, to be honest. I mean, we've got the money. We need to put these discretionary funds in use, and I think
We've done more for way less, but okay. These guys are having it real easy.
well, no, I mean we've had. Remember, we've been paid 5K for, each of 12 people. That's 60K. So we're only
I
giving
mean,
them,
for
and they
like a
probably
couple
have
missions.
2 to 3
Yeah.
times our number. We're giving them 20K, so I think we're getting a deal.
It's a pyramid scheme.
I mean, if you guys want to start lower, that's fine. It's. I mean, yeah.
And so you're also saying that the sun flare will not be coming.
No, yeah, we're not. We're gonna bring the Sunflare for this. We're
Okay.
gonna be sneaky.
And nothing is
So,
less sneaky
since
than a
we're
giant white fin.
Well, yeah, since we're starting with money, maybe Zivo can do the negotiations.
Sure thing.
Okay.
So maybe we start at 10K and then we call in the favor that they owe us for the Hidden Daggers even still being a pirate group.
Okay. And so they're going to counter with 15K.
Okay.
What is since they're going to be the aggressor on this side? Can I get Zivo's negotiation defense?
Is that it's negotiation, or is it also?
Cool. It could be cool.
Then it would be 3 red and a purple.
Okay.
And let's flip for it.
Okay. I will flip as well.
Oops.
So we'll just go back to this. Okay.
So 4 purple.
Oh man. Okay.
That's interesting.
Wow. Okay. This is
So we'll pay the amount, but those despairs mean that they're like, yes, we will help you guys. You were the reason that we stayed together. We're all on board, whatever you need.
so both of their ships, you think?
Yeah. Well, remember, we're going to have Darson attacking another region of space with the CSA.
Okay.
I guess the Double Despair, though, maybe they really do put all their resources into this. Like they are super on board.
Okay. So I need to think about that in terms of actual resources, though, in what they're providing.
So I would say an equal number of cloak-shaped fighters and medium-sized ships equal to the Zygerrian contingent. So that we've effectively doubled our forces with 2 despairs on their side.
Okay. They cannot offer anything like the assassin corvette.
Yeah, that's fine.
But they of course can. They can have some fighters as well. So yeah, I'll say another YT-2400 and a contingent of cloak-shaped fighters.
And maybe we can even say that they pulled tons of people that are hidden daggers, but are kind of loosely associated because this is a mission against the CSA, and the hidden daggers have a bone to pick with the CSA.
Okay.
See, that's why you start the negotiations low. Because then we don't care if they win, because we were going to pay 15K anyway.
Yeah.
There. Okay. Front. And group. So.
Actually, I will be right back. Back up.
Okay. So now we need to start actually setting up the pieces for this assault that's going to be going. You do have a bit of a feint that you're beginning with. We'll see how that works. In terms of the actual mechanics, we're going to need to use the Roll20 measuring tool to get range bands. I have some notes here in the yellow at the bottom to help you with that. In addition, I've supplied the stats for the different ships. So Alberon is pretty impressed with the ships that you were able to pull together. You do, of course, have the 1300, which has the same icon as the 2400s, but I've noted the hidden daggers with just an HD in front of them and also a green dot, while your YT 1300 has a red dot. And so, yeah, you guys should have control over all of the ships. So let's work on getting to things where you want them to be.
All right. Well, where's our faint ship?
It's the red dot.
Oh, this one. Okay. So we should be way ahead, actually, because we're being chased by these guys.
Sounds right.
So I'm going to be on the comms. Mayday, mayday, mayday. This is Captain something else. That we are under attack by pirates. Please help. We request permission to land. To dock. Captain Riley. I like that. Yes.
Okay. So how do you... So there... Alberon says that the Master has long-range turbo lasers, and he'd prefer that the Master stay in the back to bombard everything.
Okay. Maybe we get some fake shots that, score us a little bit.
Okay.
But what do we need a deception check with the guys, or?
No, we're not doing that yet. I still want you guys to think about tactically how you want to set this up, because you get aboard maybe, but there still has to be a firefight outside that's going to be happening, and you guys are going to be acting out the firefight.
Okay. Well, also too, remember, and we also talked to the all the fighters and whatnot, that there will be a diversion happening, and so we're pretending that this is actually the diversion rather than the other way around. So we don't want people to get too hurt. So retreat if they have to. Engage, retreat, but then, yeah.
Alberon disagrees. He says that they should destroy the entire CSA fleet if possible.
Well, if we are able to, then sure.
If you destroy the fleet, the call for reinforcements is going to go out before you're able to destroy the last ship.
But at the same, so it's of course hyperspace time. It would take time to get ships back here. So reinforcements would come, but hopefully you guys would have taken the station by that point.
But at that point, they see it as us. It seems like the relief mission would be so much more transparent if we destroy all these ships. It would give it may give the CSA a backbone to actually rebuff us rather than
Yeah,
just
that's a good point.
it.
Yeah, I think that we should definitely try to convince Alberon just to stick with our plan. We'll do a feint, engage some, maybe take out a ship or two, and then divert, because, yeah. Less risk of a really heavy-handed response from the CSA.
Okay, how are you going to want to try and convince him?
Uh,
I think probably a negotiation check. Would
yeah,
probably be
negotiation or
best.
charm.
Or leadership, if you can make the argument that's a better strategy.
Yeah,
that's a
that
good
too.
one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with leadership.
Okay, there's not really a recommended thing to oppose leadership, so I think we usually default to discipline, right?
Yeah,
or
I believe
leadership
it's-
itself.
Or leadership itself.
Oh,
you
yeah,
wanna
that
go
would make
against
more
Alban?
sense.
But that's,
Yeah.
yeah.
You want to go against Alberon's leadership?
Well, he's the
Hey.
one who thinks he's got a better plan, so I kind of have to.
Okay. It's going to be 5 red.
I'll give
Of
unskilled
course.
assistance unless someone can give skilled.
I'm going to flip for that too.
I have 3 ranks and 4 presents.
I have exactly the same. So
Oh, maybe this is a time in Ragesh is actually going to say to Gristle, like, you know, maybe this is time that use some stems, Doctor.
yeah, I guess so.
Hold on, Nacron's making a point. Need to stem up his presence. Jeez. I wonder how would that even look? Would
Make you a little more charismatic.
Well,
There you go.
wow.
Sheesh.
So presents and then what?
I don't have the other one, so whatever you want to use the triumph on.
maybe just an upgrade on this one check?
Sure, since it was a triumphant stem onto you, so.
I'm suddenly able to act. No, I guess it's an intellect boost, but Baccarin apparently knows just what to say to kind of make Alberon's plan even look bad to him. Hopefully, I'm going to flip to upgrade, and I guess I'll get an unskilled assistance from somebody.
Ragesh will give it. Nice.
Actually, hold on. I need to double check to see if I really have 3 threat there, because I know I have the jacket. I just don't know if it. Oh, yep, not leadership. Never mind. That is still 3 threat.
So maybe Alberon will attack a little bit longer than he needs to, but he still gets the gist of our plan and that triumph. I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so he's on board for that. So yeah, I mean, I need ideas for the triumph, if you guys can think of anything.
Oh, I've got one. Maybe with the triumph, you convince him to actually move the master even closer into the fight. Because now that we've told him that we will be breaking off, he's like, fine, but he wants to get some more action, so he will actually be more active in the fight closer, which will draw fire away from the smaller cloak shapes.
Yeah, and then he'll also be able to bring more guns into the fray, since
Yeah.
he'll be able to get in the range bands. Yeah, that seems good. He feels more motivated to get his dues in, so he'll pull in.
Okay. Yeah, and so once again, I want you guys to really think tactically about where you want things placed. So really take some time to think about this.
Okay. Well, I mean, we would see the enemy ships at this point, right?
No, you're not there yet. You're just thinking about positioning. Like, this is the position that you want to come in as.
Okay.
So, I mean, do we want to attack the station at all, or just their ships? What's our...
Well, these guys are going to be attacking their ships, but we're going to be ahead of them. And, you know, I'm trying to think where... Because we might get fired on as well, but we're just a small ship being attacked by others. I mean, surely they'd see that, so...
Yeah, but would they care?
Well, I mean, it's kind of late to change the plan now. I mean...
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, should we... How heavy do we want to plan on that in terms of positioning the ships?
Well, it's not going to look right if they're ahead of us, or if we're in the
Well, no,
middle.
I'm not saying they should be, but... Like, again, I guess I'm asking, do we want them to actually fire on their fighters or on the station? Because that's also going to depend on how we line them up.
I guess I'm not sure why that would make that much of a difference because they're behind us, and regardless of where, I mean, they'll choose to shoot whatever is shooting at them. So
Remember what I said. Even if your characters do get aboard, there's going to be a fight outside. You guys are going to be running.
Right, so I'm planning not like the initial approach, but I'm planning where do we want them to end up once we've made that. Like whether our ruse works or not, where do we want the ships to end up?
well, just in whichever range is advantageous to the ships. I guess, sorry, Brandon, I'm trying to get the gist of what you're trying to ask us here because once the fight starts, I mean, all the ships are going to be moving around wherever. So,
Yeah, but there are restrictions. I'm setting restrictions on range bands so that they're obvious. Like it's very it's more detailed than we're used to in terms of space combat.
right. But I guess what I'm saying is that because we're not there yet and we can't even see the other ships, that we can't really say where we're placing the ships until we actually hyperspace in or drop out of hyperspace.
Well, I mean, in terms of general strategy, we have our basic formation. So we have the master here. We'll probably
More of the
Devote-
cloak shape out attacking, or are we keeping them closer to the master to protect from starfighters or anything like that? Like it's more of that kind of stuff.
Right, well, we've convinced the master to actually head in, so the cloak shapes can be right along with the master instead of the master hanging back.
Okay, I mean, we don't want. I mean, the master has the advantage of having a long range weapon. If we can get it closer, but we don't really want it like brawling.
Yeah, I think we should only really get it to maybe short so it can use its proton torpedoes. Because then that's probably gonna wreak havoc on those gunships.
But its real advantage is the long range. I mean, the turbo lasers are absolutely punishing.
Well, then it can fire those off while it's still moving in, and then once it gets to that
And they're
range-
going to have fighters moving in close anyway, so it can target the big ships, and as the small ships come in, and it's not hanging back, then it can turn those smaller weapons on those.
Yeah, I think maybe it should be that the freighters we have kind of start out ahead of the master, and then given what we see, they can either move in to intercept maybe some of the smaller ships while the master's working on the gunships, or stay back. And then the fighters, it's almost the same thing. You probably have them like, man, I just can't select a single unit. Oh, nope, don't want to do that.
The cloak shapes are pretty fast, right? Oh, I've got their speeds here. Sorry. Take a look. Yeah, actually, why don't we have some of the cloak shapes actually... whoops, sorry. That can
Maybe
actually
we
be
should-
ahead of
Yeah,
the
maybe
ship.
just pair off the cloak shapes fighters with each freighter, and then we can and then we'll just deal with them in groups with like fighter support.
Yeah, so maybe there's one group that is really close to our ship that is peppering us with really weak shots that aren't actually doing anything. Or missing us on purpose because we are using evasive fire.
That makes sense.
Yeah,
So
so we
have one
have
kind
these
of-
guys like right here because they are faster than us, but we're still... And that would still make sense that we're trying to escape and we've got these smaller, faster ships on us.
Well, we would be further out than this. We're in formation with them right now. We would be further out, like that or something, right? Well, probably even more than that. That's barely short. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I would say the faster ships would be the cloak shapes, so...
Yeah, and then maybe one squadron of cloak shapes stays back with the master.
Okay.
Yeah, I like having the idea of one kind of, because the master does have some point defense with the quad laser cannons that not only have accurate, but I also believe count as one silhouette smaller, if I remember their rules.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure.
There was something, I don't remember exactly what it is, but there's something on larger ships, one kind, I can try to find it, that lets you treat basically what is an anti-starfighter weapon system as a silhouette smaller than the rest of the ship.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go with that.
But I also
Okay.
think maybe from this angle of approach, maybe we should have the other freighter kind of be back, so it's more we have this kind of this angle here, you know, so
Okay.
we're not really hitting them. Because at this point, if we approach, we kind of have one zone of us that's in range longer than the others, and in this way, we have kind of everything approaching the range at the same time.
Okay.
So we would have it set up more like this. So we have kind of a unified line front here.
Makes sense.
Yeah. One thing about the cloak ships, if they want you, if you want them to be peppering you with fire, they would need to be, right up next to the YT 1300. So
yeah,
if you-
I think
if
the
you
one
want-
group would be like right on us.
Okay.
The good news is if we manage to use this to bluff our way kind of through, once they disengage with us, they'll have to worry about an attack from both sides. Assuming that the one group up here makes it through with us.
Well, they'll be the ones that kind of peel off once they see that we're so close to a bunch of other ships.
Right, but that's what I mean. If we can get past some of those initial ships, they'll be on the other side of them, maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Your guys, because you're trying to let's see. Let me get my notes up here.
Can we try
Yes.
a knowledge warfare check to see how they might be arraying their fleet?
Sure. So this is you're not going to be able to use your boost for this one because this is CSA stuff. But yeah, just a daunting knowledge warfare. Oh wait, you're not joking, so it doesn't really matter. But
Yeah, this was. I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll just try it just in case. Okay, yeah.
So Gristle is aware that the CSA ships, they would keep their gunships next to one another, and there would always be a fighter contingent out protecting each gunship. And so you can expect them to be initially have a fighter contingent out next to each gunship. But in terms of where they're going to be spaced around a station, they would be, just rotating around the station more or less. So it's a question of where exactly they would be. Okay, so if you guys want to go ahead and hyperspace in, it's going to be a hard astrogation check upgraded once.
Oh god, can anyone here astrogate?
I think
Don't we
that-
usually have a computer to do that?
That's on the Sun Flare, and yeah.
I asked if you guys were bringing it, so...
I give Vince assistance to whoever does it.
Okay.
And maybe stim yourself. I mean, might as well.
Yeah, might as well, I guess.
Well, how hard was the check again?
It's hard with an upgrade.
Okay. Oh,
Okay. Okay, so how do you want that triumph to play in? You've got your positioning, you were able to hyperspace in formation, but you can get any other advantage that you would want.
That was my stim. I was
okay.
stimming myself with the astrogation.
Okay, sorry.
Here's the actual astrogation. Nope.
Okay, okay, so you guys end up breaking apart in formation due to the hyperspace. And so you end up losing some of what you had planned. So the master ends up back a bit. Okay, and so can Tommy, can you roll me a force die?
Sure. Before I do, though, I want to ask, what was the triumph? What did you use your triumph for on your stim check?
Nothing yet.
Maybe we could say that you add another boost to the astrogation? Because it's
If
too
you
late
guys
to
want.
upgrade, but, a
Yeah.
boost from a triumph, I mean, that's
I would take that.
I mean, what do you think, Brandon? Or two
Okay.
boosts, since it's instead of an upgrade.
A single boost since we didn't catch this till
Okay.
I'd already started moving things around.
All right, let's. Nope.
Oh well. All right. So force die time. Yay.
Okay. So what you see? Okay. Let me get these guys arranged. I need to be on this layer and doing this.
Gosh, I have to pull way back here.
Okay, I'm gonna start revealing.
Can I move the ships up only because I can't get everything on the screen unless I move some of these guys up a bit?
Um.
I think they're going to be up.
Okay, I just
Yeah,
moved it
I
a
mean,
little bit,
it's
but
just you're gonna be scrolling back and forth anyways because of the way it is.
okay.
Okay, you actually see that the fighter contingent, that one of them is not actually around their own gunship, and what you notice about these gunships is that they also are going to have to turn before they can fire. They don't have forward-facing guns.
Oh,
Are they also silhouette 5?
They are also Silhouette 5, yes. Okay, you guys can proceed.
all right. Mayday, mayday! This is Captain Riley of the I don't know, the
Shattered Star.
Shattered Star, the Bountiful Bounty. Yeah, Shattered Star is better.
Bountiful bounty.
And requesting aid. We've been pursued by pirates, and we're being pursued by pirates. Request permission to dock immediately. And yeah, some of my. Can we get a boost from the cloak shapes that are kind of firing across us, so they can actually hear the fire and all that good stuff?
No roll. This is CASA sector only. You are not allowed. Let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, that gambit was never going to work. I think you guys missed something I had said earlier, that CSA ships were the only ones being allowed on board.
Okay.
Guess we're going to be using that breaching tube after all.
Yep. And sorry, I need to double check my cool.
Okay, so...
So, Brennan, just to confirm on range bench, short would be 1 square away to 30 feet, medium would be 30 to 60, long would be 60 to 120, extreme would be beyond that.
Yes.
Those are the end of the bands? Okay.
Yeah.
So since they're just not allowing us like to do anything at all, I would say that we immediately would send the signal to the other group of Hidden Dagger pirates to begin their attack as well, instead of waiting. Not attack here, but attack elsewhere, so that these guys will hear and maybe figure out that this is a diversion.
Yep, okay. Okay, they've used their triumphs to start swooping in.
Are we just controlling us for now? Or
No. So you can control any of the pieces on your turn.
Got it.
You will be using the gunnery that's attached to the pieces themselves if you want to use their guns, though.
I think we probably want to use our free maneuver unless you've got another big plan, Jack, to get the master up a little bit, probably.
Sounds good.
So, what's the... Are we all... 1, 2, 3, 4... Yes, only one of us can go first, alright.
Yeah. So free maneuver to move the master, we're saying? It's Jack's maneuver, but I think it's out of range right now, and obviously we'll have to...
yeah. Yeah, definitely move it in.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright.
And also, Brandon, so what was the force point?
Positioning of the ships. Otherwise, these other fighters would have been closer to the outlook.
Oh, okay.
And also the gunships. If you had like double black, the gunships would be facing their guns towards you already.
Are those cloak shapes supposed to be seen up there?
Oh no, sorry. They're hiding. It's my workspace. They're less hiding now. Dang it. Okay. So the only thing you see are the gunships and the fighters.
Okay.
So the master is in range of these fighters, not of the other gunships yet.
Yeah, let's have Master line them up.
Okay. There is a silhouette difference, so it'll be an added difficulty for the turbo lasers. And so you see the and of course the turbo lasers are slow firing as well. So just things to be keep in consideration.
Well, we could also have it move up if we're being tactical for a minute. Let me measure. 1, 2, 3. 3. So if it advances, it will be in range of the gunship and could go to the gunship this turn and let other stuff come into range of its other weapons
Okay.
using its maneuver. Open to ideas.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I mean, if our goal is to lay some damage in those ships, then that's probably the best option. Since they can't turn yet.
Yeah, I think, yeah, exactly. The time to put the beating on them is now. I'm just going to confirm our range. One ping only. Yeah. Okay, so now they're the same size, so that's just average.
Yep, and you see the gunnery skill of the gunners on the master, so they're pretty proficient. You did bring allow someone that's pretty good at that kind of stuff to come aboard. So
I mean, a little bit proficient. Come on, it's no joke in here. But shields on the gunship.
oh yes, 1.
All right, I'll flip. This is an important roll. Can we take a maneuver to aim as well? I don't know how we're...
Yes. You have full. You are using your turn as however
Okay.
you want it. So. Okay. So that's 11 breach. Breach 3, right?
Yep.
Yep, reach 3.
Okay.
Oh, and linked. If only we... Oh, man. That's underwhelming.
Okay.
And when it says shields 2, do we have shields 2 in all 4 zones?
Yes, for this for the ship. Okay, so I've got that. Wait, is that in the right one? No, it's not.
Oh, I didn't actually specify. I was...
The one closer to the... Yeah.
Yeah, this one.
Yep. Okay, got that recorded.
Okay. You have a turn.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yep. So. So these fighters will just fly forward, and it looks like they're trying to swoop onto the cloak shapes back here, but they just aren't in range yet.
Oh, at least these guys are friendly to non-pirates. Thank
Yeah,
you, thank
so
you. Get the cloak shapes after us.
It's not that they don't believe you. It's just that you're not being allowed to dock.
Got it. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, is that their turn? Oh yeah, because they can't get in range or anything.
Yeah. So so they just flew in to try and get closer to the cloak shapes.
It's 3 of us up then.
I mean, we'll probably need to move our ship towards the station, and I'll just keep up
Yeah.
the help! Need permission to dock, please.
So we can only be speed 3, so there's no way, even if we had full throttle, that we could move any fast. I guess
I
we'll just use our-
actually, I want to get on the comms and call the station again. This is Administrator Atrim of the Cabraxis Corporation. You will let us board.
Cabraxis Corporation, are you claiming to be a part of the corporate sector?
Yes, basically.
Provide your authority codes.
The whole point of this visit was a surprise inspection of your facilities. I didn't expect it to go this bad.
Authorization rejected.
I'm still gonna leave the comm line open and just say I'm coming aboard whether you authorize it or not.
Oh, but man, that might just antagonize them. Be careful.
Well, I'm just kind of explaining away what we're about to do next.
Alright, so, how far can we move with that?
Move 60 feet, I guess 2 maneuvers. So we could get over here. Do you just want to move straight toward them, or like straight diagonal at them? Or?
Diagonal. Yeah,
Okay.
that looks
Right.
good.
Yeah, I like that picture.
Can someone move it to there, so I just don't lose the range? There you go.
Yeah, working together.
Help!
Okay. You have 2 more moves?
Yep.
So we should probably start and engage those fighters that just came up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Do we want to keep up appearances and have this fighter group move after us, or have them move to engage?
I think the ruse is no longer valuable.
Okay, yeah.
No,
then
no,
they'll move-
it still is though, remember, because they believe us. It's just that they're not allowing us to dock,
I
but...
think we're fine as long as we don't fire on them up till that point.
Right.
So I would say move the group that you were looking at kind of over. Oh, I've got the wrong thing. Kind of over this way. Still in range though to shoot concussion missiles back this way.
Yeah, why don't they shoot their concussion missiles and then continue going
Oh, yeah,
after
you
us?
Yeah, because we still have facing requirements.
Yeah. So...
All right. So I guess they also have to roll their piloting check first.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, so 2P1A against what are those fighters' piloting skill?
Oh, it'll be the same.
Okay, so 2 red, 1 purple. They cannot bring their weapons to bear.
Yep, and so we're following like we did on the Starship mission. So they could fire it in the next turn if they gain the advantage, but then they wouldn't be able to move.
Okay.
So
They are guided.
That's
You
a good
use the
point.
Advantages for guided then.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, right.
So it would be the gunnery check on them. Okay. It would. Yeah, that's a good question on the missiles. I think I'll let the missiles not have that requirement then, because otherwise it's really the dogfighting that really makes the piloting check make the most sense.
Yeah.
Does it-
Missiles!
Yeah. So go ahead and fire the missiles.
All right, and
But I'm tired.
is it just going to be the 1 difficulty for close range?
No, it's 2 difficulty base for Starship combat.
Yeah, silhouette
Okay. All
difference.
right.
Nice!
Okay, damage.
Okay, it's a concussion missile, so 6. Breach 4.
Trigger blast.
Oh wait, the cloak shapes. It's
Yeah. So concussion missile, it'll be 8 damage, breach 4.
oh yeah, wasn't counting the successes. Yes, 6 damage,
Or
breach 4.
Linked.
You could link or crit.
We could blast though, and then the blast would also take the breach.
Well, but remember that blast only goes out to engage. So unless these fighters are like stacked on top of each other.
They
But
are.
engaged in space
Is
is
close.
dogfighting range.
Yeah.
Right, but the rules are, it says engage, it doesn't say close. I think that my understanding is that the blast is there to make it easier to use them against like ground targets, not to hit like an entire wing of fighters with one missile. Because it does say engage.
That's
It doesn't
true.
say
I feel like they brought that up in the FAQ or something similar, but I'm not sure.
yeah, it does
Yeah,
not
that's a good point because I think that was one of those where it's at GM discretion on how close the minion groups are in
Well,
are
it's-
with each other.
the Triumph can still crit, which would kill one of them.
Yes.
So if that's, we can either do that or use it for the linked. That's what I'm thinking of.
Well, remember we've got breach, and so that removes her armor. I think that link would be the best thing.
That's a solid 16 damage.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, 8 again.
Okay.
I'll use it for the activate linked.
Okay. Okay, so one of the fighters goes down, and just the concussive force really rattles another.
What are their? I don't see it on here. What are their hull trauma thresholds?
The fighters that you don't really know.
Okay.
What are our hull trauma thresholds?
Yeah.
They're on the icon. They're on the ships themselves.
Oh, I see.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, I can't view those.
Is it because they're grouped?
Probably.
Yeah, we can't see the cloak shades. We can see the other ones though.
Okay, I'll ungroup these. Whoops, where did that go?
We lost one.
Oh no,
I
it's
got
all the way.
pulled.
Up to,
Yeah, I got
jumped
pulled
off the
up
map.
to Outlook
that's
Station.
weird. I don't even know how it's gone. Like I can't move it down.
Old A-wing crashing into the bridge of a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, the weird thing about these things grouped together is that you can't click on them and drag. You have to like click.
Yeah,
get
the
box
group
highlighted.
really does not work very well. I'm very sad about this.
Wait, how do I see their?
Yeah, I'm not seeing any bars filled on any or on the cloak shapes.
No, how do I see the written text that has? Oh, it's never mind. It's just right there. Okay, never mind. Never mind.
Yeah. Okay, and then I think they were over this way. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you should be able to click them each individually now.
Yeah.
But they are a squad, so we're gonna treat them together.
So 10-10 for each.
Yeah.
30-30. Or 30, since they're a mini group. Never mind.
All right. And then you wanted to move this guy as well, right?
Well, wasn't his maneuver consumed in the dogfighting, or?
No. I'll say that's really just a. We didn't treat that correctly. If they had moved into close to dogfight, then yes, but no, otherwise. So they launched a missile and they're flying off. So.
All right. So does that mean we've got one more to go?
Yes.
Yep.
How about this YT 2400 over here that moves into range?
Okay. Make sure that you actually do get the range right before moving. So.
I checked. That one can move and do engage with those.
Because they only have some linked blaster cannons. They don't have missiles. So.
There needs
Okay.
to be all the way up cozy.
Yes, and these are the pirates, so I'll give them 3P piloting too, so... And of course, you can flip on all of these.
And what's the difficulty of the check?
The fighter difficulty was 2P 1A. Yeah.
All right. So 2 reds, 1 purple. Okay.
They're minion groups, though, so
Oh yeah.
so they reduce their difficulty, so it should just be 1P 2A right now.
So like that.
Oh,
That-
wow. Okay.
We succeeded.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm guessing you're wanting to use that for linked, right?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
that
that was
was
the
just-
piloting check to lock on.
Oh, okay. So, yes, you'll get an upgrade to the difficulty and an upgrade to the attack.
Okay. All right.
So the pirates do a really good job of angling themselves and getting involved and getting into position, but it looks like they might. There's a possibility for a minor collision if they
Alright.
don't pull out well enough. So
And the gunnery is 3P. Okay. And so we get an upgrade. And, all right, here goes. Yay.
nice. Okay, damage.
I'm going
9.
to say we've got linked, but they've got armor. So do you think we should just use the Triumph just to wipe one of them out?
Yeah, I think it'd be better that way.
Yeah.
So 9 damage.
Okay. So 9 damage. Otherwise.
Yeah. So we wipe one out and then 9 damage on the other.
Okay, they're both gone.
We.
Nice.
Okay, then it's one of them.
Okay. It looks like one of the ships is starting to unload more fighters, and that's their action.
All right, then it's one of us.
Is there anything that Hack could hack into? Can he hack into the?
Yes, you can still do the not the spaceport, but you can do the action that's the hacking action that's just a part of ship combat.
Slice their systems.
Yeah, slicing their systems. So
Okay, I don't know what that does, but that sounds like something he would do.
Messes with their shields, and if you triumph, you can mess with one of their weapons.
Excellent. All right, what will be the difficulty?
yeah, can someone help me pull that in?
It should be hard. Computers check.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, on the vehicle tab of the dossier, all the crew actions are still on there.
Okay. So it just messes with their so they can't attack us. Is that how? It works?
It messes with their shields if you just normally succeed. At triumph, you need a triumph in order to get to their weapons.
Okay, messes with their shields. All right, so we'll decrease this by 1.
Codebreaker. Codebreaker. I don't know that would work here. Just as a reference on the number of different ways you have to reduce, because I know you have like 4.
Okay, what was the final result?
A success and 3 advantage.
Okay, so he can disrupt any sector of the shields for 1 round, and then he has 3 advantage. He can use that to inflict system strain. It doesn't say how much.
1. 2 advantage to inflict 1 system strain.
This one's odd. It says he needs 3 to inflict any.
I'm looking at reference sheets. Very good. I can look in the book if we want to confirm.
Yeah, let's for now just say it's 1 then, and you can look that up and help us out a bit later.
Yeah.
I'll still have 1 left over.
You may. The reference sheet is a bit fuzzy on that. It either takes 3 or 2.
It takes 2. I'm looking at the book right now.
2, yep.
Okay,
Why does this one say 3?
I will use the other one to regain some strength.
Okay, so we'll say the ship that's already damaged has lost its front shields.
Cool. This one we're talking.
Yes.
Cool.
All right, that's Hack's turn. Or yeah, if that's what we're gonna use that turn for, then 1 NPC.
Okay, the other ship is going to move forward and rotate into position so that it can use its guns. So it's going to use its two actions. So it should be about here. No, it's not going to really let me. Okay. And then, did I have another NPC slot?
No, it's one of us again.
I guess maybe we should try and get that white T at the bottom further into the fight.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So it should be able to go 60, yeah, like that.
Yep.
And does it have any weapons it might be able to bring to bear? It's at 2400.
It's at long.
Eh.
Yep.
Alright, well that was it.
It's the last NPC.
Okay, and so it should be these fighters, right?
Yes.
Did we remove a slot because we destroyed an NPC group, or did they already go?
No, they'll take the fighters that were released will take that position.
Gotcha.
Help! Get these pirates off our tail!
Okay, they're just flying forward.
Okay, then we're back at the top. with one of us.
Probably
guess-
should have the master attack the one that's about to attack.
Oh, actually, before that
think that's
happens,
right.
though, if we can actually get to the station, maybe we can do a ramming run and just get on the station. They haven't let us board, but we can just say, sorry, like, we're being attacked. Because we're
Yeah,
close
we
enough to get to the station.
Well, we have the breaching too.
Yeah.
We could get pretty far into the station if we would just ran straight in.
Yeah, one maneuver will get us to the station.
All right, yeah, let's do that, guys, so that we can just get in and out of this fight.
Activate
Okay.
that boarding tube.
Yeah, and of course the boarding tube will take 3 rounds to actually.
All right, that's like
board.
drill in.
Yeah. So yeah, you can start that process.
I got this
But as soon as the boarding tube activates, it becomes pretty clear what you guys are doing. So
Well, no, we're still like, you have to let us on. So,
yeah, okay.
well,
Sure.
no,
I mean,
while we get
oh-
to the station, though, like, they still believe us. Is there any way that we can convince them to, like, let us dock, or, there's-
No, there's no way.
As we hostily drill into their station.
before we start drilling is what I mean. So,
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, in
and-
other words, is there a docking bay that we could actually fly into? Like,
There,
even if
there
we
are
take
there are
damage?
docking bays that you guys have used, but if you recall, there are actually turbo lasers inside of those. Those were never taken out. So they would. The warning there is that they would blast your ship if you tried to go inside.
Okay. Well, then we're going to be sitting ducks, though, with the,
Maybe
boarding tube.
maybe take another maneuver and do it on the far side.
Sure.
Like
Yeah,
here.
we're just trying to, escape. So,
Okay, let me expand out the map a bit. Sorry. Didn't think this would.
Just enough so that we have like a back, like so we're on the other side of the station.
yeah.
Yes.
I like
Okay,
it.
so can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
And, I mean, do we need to be taking system strain to do that so that we
For
still
that,
have
yeah. For
action?
the extra one, yeah.
Yeah, for this one, yeah. So it'll be 2 because you're doing 2 maneuvers and then an action.
Right. Okay. So, sorry, but we have to get out of here.
I think we should stick with the angry administrator, just as like, I'm going to do my fucking job.
Oh, I mean, both of us. Good cop, bad cop.
I mean, I think we're way overthinking the amount of crap they give about why we're here.
Well, it's
I
always
think we
nice
do.
to have a motive for political reasons later
Yeah,
on.
it's just, hey,
Like, and
don't
why
tell us
did
not to
you
RP, man.
Really angry force witnesses.
It's extreme proselyting.
Alright, well, if we're starting the
Imagine
drill, then that's our
just
turn,
imagining
and
the host
one of them is
witnesses going to your door with a battering ram.
So it's one of their turns.
Yeah, if we're drilling, so we have.
Okay.
Does this round count as one of the 3? Is it the next 3 rounds?
This counts as one of the rounds. That's what he meant.
Yeah.
I'll
Like
count it
things
down.
that take 3 drill actions or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yes. Thank you.
Okay. This one slowly drifts better into position. And we're now 60 feet from the master, right?
You go to the front end.
Like
Yeah.
tip to tip, you're 60 feet. That's just
Oh,
Yeah,
but
I-
those, not the guns, though. You need one more.
There we go. Okay. So, yeah, and so their turbo lasers are going off against the master.
Oh, well, I don't care if the master gets blown out of the sky. Do it.
But it's such a nice ship.
We're already drilling.
That's
We
such an
already
asshole at the helm. I think
It's not our ship, though, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and the master has 2 shields. Are you gonna flip for them?
No.
I will flip for them. They can't aim. Okay. So that's going to be 13 damage on the master. Breach 2.
alright. So that'll finish with 10.
3 armor then.
And they can't linked, so you got that going at least. For as much as you care about the master, I guess.
Should we have the master go and hit the one that is shieldless and damaged?
Yes. Yes. Take one of them out.
We gave them permission to brawl. They can move in with those proton torpedoes.
Yeah, I almost want to see him move into short and unload those proton torpedoes on the one that fired
yeah,
on
we
him.
can't use the turbo lasers anyways. You're right.
Yeah,
Oh
there's
yeah,
slow
and they're
fire.
slow fire, so yeah.
So yeah, you're gonna be having to trade between the torpedoes and the lasers, anyways. So
So yeah, we need to go to short, which is just a maneuver. It looks like.
yep, because the other had to get into medium to fire.
Yep.
It didn't have as good a range.
So and then we'll use a maneuver to shift another point of shields from the aft to the forward end.
Good one.
Sounds good. So they just have one shield on their side.
All right, and it was.
We should flip for this.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
4P against average.
With one setback.
Yep, I'm just checking that there's nothing else I'm forgetting. I don't think there is. Can't aim because we took our 2 maneuvers.
Oh man.
Well, you can activate guided.
You can, or blast.
No, blast isn't. Blast
Yeah,
could.
Yeah, I mean, I think blast could work here. It just wouldn't do very much.
It would
No.
still be 6 breach 6, but yeah.
Yeah.
No, we'll activate guided because
Yeah.
And then can we pass a boost to the guided attack with that extra advantage?
Yes, I'll allow that. So that needs to happen at the end, right?
Yeah, that happens at the end of the round, exactly.
Okay. Okay, and it's guided 2 or guided 3?
2.
Okay, so it's going to be rolling 2A, 1 boost against 2 difficulty.
Right.
No, oh wait, it's
One
the...
difficulty. 1 difficulty.
Well, yeah, it's 1 difficulty because it's the missile versus the ship.
It's
Right.
Silhouette 0 against Silhouette 5.
Yeah, yep, okay.
Okay. 2 more of us.
I think. Well, okay, the ruse is dropped now that we're drilling, so these cloak shapes can probably go after. Oh, man, click and drag. These cloak shapes can now just devote themselves to attacking that squadron right there. Oh, man, there we go. So, guess they'd move into close right about here, since they were already short.
Close is supposed to be touching, just.
Yeah, they have to be.
No. Yeah.
Kissing.
Mhm.
Yeah, little space.
Okay. And so it's just 2 purple and 2 yellow, 1 green. Alright. So that's 9? No, wrong thing. Oh wait, they can't fire missiles. They need to do the piloting check first. Whoops.
Yes, so we'll keep this roll in case you do succeed the piloting, but the piloting would be 2 red and a purple.
Nope.
Okay, so you can do gain the advantage instead, which is just two difficulty. Okay, so they can fire on them next time without having to do the piloting check.
And did you take 2 maneuvers yet?
It took 1 already.
So you could do another one if you wanted to go double shields front.
Do they have shields I can put to the
I don't
front?
think they even have shields.
No, they don't.
Oh, the
Okay.
gain the advantage wasn't the second maneuver?
Gain the advantage is what is his action.
Yeah, I think it's an action.
Yeah, so because they can't
Got it.
put their weapons to bear, gain the advantage makes the most sense.
Okay.
And evasive maneuvers for its other maneuver?
I think we said that the dogfighting would be a maneuver, right?
Oh, did we? Okay. I thought that was just like a prerequisite.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, that makes sense though, because it's not like you're not doing anything. It needs to be a maneuver at least.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I can see that logic.
My flip side argument would be that part of lining up your attack is that dogfighting, but it's fine if it is.
Mhm. I think it doesn't make sense to be evasive whenever you're trying to attack as well. So. Oh well, if you tried to do evasive maneuvers, it would cancel the gain the advantage.
Good point. So yeah, we won't do that.
So yeah, I think we're good with that one.
Alright, we have one more PC, right?
Yep.
Alright, I'm thinking maybe this YT over here gets a little cocky and wants to try and fight the gunship. Either that or remove some of the stuff we have in the rear up.
Well, the pirates would probably try to support each other, so Maybe they would go after the smaller fighters and leave the big ones to the master.
Yeah, I think we should move some of these back ones up just so we don't end up not losing them.
I get since these two fighters are enclosed, doesn't that mean there's an upgrade to the shooting?
I don't think
I don't know.
that's not
I don't know
for
if
the
that
same for
applies.
space. No, it's not for space. Because it's more abstract. It's not like they're exactly on top of each other 100% of the time. So.
All right. Then yeah, either we can move one in from the back to do it, or the one on the left.
Yeah. This one I'm trying to measure, but I'm not quite sure. Can that
We-
one make it just barely to close with the fighters up here to support? I'm not really. It's like one square.
Yeah, and yeah, because we're talking about three-dimensional space, you can stack each other. So you can stack under. It can go into the same square. So we're not
Actually,
doing-
Oh,
if
so
we take these ones here, if we double maneuver them up, they can be in range to missile these fighters.
Yeah.
Love it.
Let's
yeah,
do it.
missiles are good, guys. So
Then maybe we should try and have them shoot. Because I know what you're saying, but maybe since these guys are already engaged, and I'm not considering the upgrade. I'm just saying maybe that then they should use their missiles on the gunship.
Also
I
love
don't think
that.
they can, because if they move up 60 here, then from here to here it's 30, but they can't make it to the ship. The gunship.
What about that little nubbin over here? I bet.
But they don't need to be They don't need to be close. They just need to be short.
Yeah, short is 30 feet.
Max.
Close is touching them.
So from here to here, it's 60.
Yep. There
Okay.
it's 60.
Okay.
and there
Yep,
it's-
never mind. I thought that
Oh,
was just their single maneuver. I thought they could still have another. Never mind.
You're at
Yeah.
35 feet once you've made your 60.
So,
I did. Ooh.
oh yeah, okay.
From that square, it's 30.
Yeah.
if we want to. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
whatever you guys want.
Missiles are really good.
And they're really good.
Yeah, if we could get the missiles fired on that gunship, that helps a lot, because we definitely want to take these things down first. I mean, the
Yeah.
quickest, since they apparently can just spit out fighters anyway.
There you go.
Alright, let's missile them.
So luckily, it's only one difficulty.
Alright, it is. I'll roll it,
And
I
one
guess.
shield.
These are
And they
two
also
maneuvers.
have guided as well, although the ranks are less.
Did we? No, we lessened the shield on the other one. So this one has how many shields? Just one on the side, you
One,
said?
one shield, yeah.
Yeah, one. Well, you should
do
have
you-
guided 3, right?
It just says guided. It doesn't give a
Yeah.
value on the information here.
I can check in a second. But
I think concussion
we wanna-
missiles are like guided
do you want
3.
to flip or anything for this, or just throw
Sure.
it out? Oh, you? Okay, so you're.
give you guys some light side.
So do we want to flip or what?
Sure.
Okay. Let's go for it then. All right.
You should have guided 3.
Oh God.
Okay.
Wow.
Guided.
Yeah. I'm gonna say the tubes, like one of them jams. It doesn't explode inside of the ship, but these guys are not going to be able to fire missiles again. But
we have another chance to
you
guide it?
did get a missile out at least, so you can activate guided. So we'll just figure out what the guided score on it is.
Yeah, I'll find it in a second. You guys can keep going. We have one more NPC after this.
Trying to.
3. I looked.
Is this the last PC spot?
No, there's still two more.
Oh, okay.
Just an NPC's up now.
Would I be able to maybe hack into their system, the big ship, or is that not going to happen?
You can still try it. Probably. I don't know. I don't think there's a range on it really, but
No, there isn't really. So you're trying to reduce shields again?
oh, it's not our turn right now. It's NPC turn.
Okay. Sorry, I was just putting an icon on this so we know that the missiles are down. Okay, the CS fighters are gonna fire on the cloak shapes. And so that they're gonna have to do their piloting check first. And they're even, but I'm gonna give them an upgrade. Oh, okay.
Oh, of course.
They, like one of their engines burns out a bit. Whoops. So that's gonna be 5. Oh wait, they're minions, so it's like that.
Could we?
And then I'm gonna go ahead and flip again. They don't have shields, but they are gonna aim. Okay, wow, they're really burning themselves up out here.
Oh, that was the dogfighting check on the first one?
Yes.
And
Yeah,
what's
so-
the system strain then?
Yeah, they're taking it as damage. So
Right, yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
yeah, and so that's gonna be. They have the exact same weapons as the cloak shapes, basically. So that's gonna be. 8. It's a light blaster cannon, so it's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna.
10 minus
Oh,
3
10.
to the... So it's 7 to the cloak shape.
Yes. Okay. So cloak shake's still up.
Yep. So it's one of us. Like I said, we can actually do the same thing with this other back squad and bring them up for missiles on the gunship as well if they do 2 maneuvers.
Yeah, let's do that. The base puts them up to like right here.
Yep.
Alright. Someone else should roll because I'm apparently not very good with managing fighters.
Dart,
Never
go ahead
mind.
and roll. I don't think you've rolled.
Yeah, Chef, come on, cook us up
I
a good
have
number.
not. Is it still the 1P2A?
2P1A.
2P1A.
Gotcha.
Again, 2D... No, 1D.
Yep, 1D1S.
Yep.
Yeah, you're shooting the big ship.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
Okay, and you can activate links with that.
Yeah, may as well.
So that is
that's 7.
11. It's 11 breach 4.
Yep,
Six.
11
Twice.
breach 4.
Twice, right?
Yep.
Breach 4, yeah, breach 4.
Boom, boom.
Or you can crit if you want. Just a thought.
Let's do link.
I think linked would probably do more
Yeah.
to take it down quicker.
Okay, I've got the damage up on it.
That looks like...
Damn. Yeah, that was a good hit.
So 2 massive explosions on the gunship. And go ahead and take a strain for the. I can put it in. Well, yeah. Well, I need to put it in the green actually.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
So these are just...
Yeah. Okay. So
Alright,
yeah.
so
this-
NPC.
Okay. So let's see. The other gunship will now maneuver into position. Let's see. It looks like they're going to have to take 2 maneuvers to get over there and rotate.
Hopefully the 2 guided missiles will take out that gunship at the end.
That would be amusing.
Okay, that's its turn.
Okay, one of us.
I think we
So we
just...
could probably bring that other one up then, the other YT-2400.
Yeah.
Because it's actually the only thing that hasn't acted yet.
Yep.
I think. Actually, no, the other 2400 hasn't done anything this round either.
Why don't we get that one up, actually, just because it can... oh, never mind.
So it's really a choice between getting this one in or moving the other one up just to have it in the fight.
Right, I mean, this one could do something now. This one would just give us another asset later. I think
Get a
we...
comm amp.
Where does 60 get this guy to?
He can move pretty far up, yeah. Can't attack anything really, I don't think. But
No, he comes up 1 square short again. We could have him kind of angle off this way to go to engage that one up close and just start peppering it.
So not even that square is still 60?
65.
Ah, darn.
yeah, so it's really that or this one moves up and hits the gunship.
Geez, it makes me wonder if that one might be trying to come get us. So yeah, maybe go to try and engage it with something.
Yeah, let's do that.
So
But
this
by the way,
one-
Brandon, regardless of how many initiative slots we have, all the ships get to act, right?
I think I'm going to limit it to your... it needs to be something on your turn.
Okay, I guess what I mean, though, is that shouldn't we then have a friendly NPC slot that's rolled as well? Because what's happening when we don't have an initiative slot, or when we've gone through all of our initiative slots, but the pirates aren't doing anything?
Yeah,
well, with
I
our
think-
with our drill, we actually have enough for. There's 6 ships. We have 2 2400s, a master, and 3 squads. So we still have 6. Now that we're drilling, so
Right,
there's
okay,
any more
okay.
maneuvers on us.
Great.
Yeah, I think part of this is just we ended up with a lot more ships than I'd considered. I think I want to keep it to your slots though. So
'Cause I don't think we need to spend any actions drilling. I think it's just happening.
no, yeah, it's a passive action at the moment. So
Yeah. So with that end, then they have 1 NPC.
I just have one quick question
Mhm.
concerning Hack, because we're drilling. Is there any way that he can maybe confuse their sensory as far as like where we're drilling or where we're at or anything like that?
That's going to be kind of hard because it's vibrating the walls. So
yeah, yeah, I
you
don't.
you can reduce the drill time though with mechanics checks.
oh,
With a 5 difficulty, though, can Hack do a 5 difficulty?
It's a lot, but
In its mechanics?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Might still want to get on the guns.
I mean, I can try. I mean, if that's what y'all want me to do, or if y'all just want me to sit tight and while this battle continues.
No, I mean Leslie, you can control any of the pieces that haven't acted yet. So it's not your character having to have an action. So
No, I'm cool. I really
Okay.
am. I'm cool.
Okay.
I just want to, if there's any way that computer systems that we could use to get inside the computer. I mean, as far as the fighting, we're cool.
Yeah. So the drilling, there's not really an access point to the computer system until you actually get inside.
I like the
Unfortunately.
mechanical check to make it go faster, though. What would be the
Alright,
difficulty of that, Brad?
It's listed down below, but it's really just like trying to improve the tube. So that's why it's so difficult. It's 5 difficulty mechanics.
Oh. I was reading that. Got it. Okay. So what's the 5D and then 60?
It can be improved 2 more times. So it's based off of the actual improvement. So
Got it. Okay.
That was somewhat close, actually.
yeah, good try. Are we at the bottom now? So the missiles.
Yep.
Okay. So did we figure out what the guided was for?
it's 3 for the cloak ships.
Yeah, it's a 3 for the concussion.
So
Yeah,
here's the torpedo.
and it had a boost. I think both of them have a boost, right? So
Yay!
Torpedo hit.
Hey,
okay.
torpedo.
So that's the proton, which does.
So 9
Nine.
damage.
9 breach 6.
Oh, that could almost crit. It only crits on a 2. That's awesome.
Sadly, that advantage can't be used for anything on here.
Yeah, I'll give a boost to the other missile. It's
Yeah.
like it almost like the ship's being forced to turn into the next missile. Okay, so you said 9 breach 6.
Yep.
Okay, that gets through into its defenses entirely. Wow.
Missiles do not mess around.
Yeah.
Now, just imagine if the pilot had what's it called? Exhaust port. Oh, wait, that only works against massive. Never mind.
Oh, and
Oh,
I
yeah,
think the other missiles were from mine, right? So I should probably roll that too.
Go for it, yeah.
3A, 1B,
2 boosts.
1B.
Yeah.
2
2
boosts. Oh, yeah. So it passed. Missile passed it to another missile. All right.
Yep.
Hey,
Nice.
So that's enough to crit.
That is enough to crit. Let's see here. That's going to be 6, 7, 8. 8 breach 4 with a crit.
I've got the chart.
Yeah. Yep. Roll it up.
Never used
We
it
all
before,
got the
I would
chart.
say. Not sure I've ever used the vehicle crit chart. 81.
81.
Nice.
Power fluctuations. The ship or vehicle is beset by random power surges and outages. The pilot cannot voluntarily inflict system strain on the ship to gain extra. Yeah, until this critical hit was repaired.
Okay. Yeah, and there's no way they're gonna repair it. So that's gonna be a permanent issue. So.
Ship's still up though. Oof.
I think it's on its last legs though.
Yeah, we have the
Yeah.
Master's turbo lasers back online this round.
Yay!
Yeah, you guys can see it. That the actual power fluctuations happening in the ship. You can see lights flashing and that sort of thing.
All right, if we're at the top of the order, I vote that we actually have the master, and plus we already went through the strategy of trying to be as non-lethal as possible, so I think I should take a pot shot at the weaker ship, this one.
Wait, why? Why don't we just get rid of the one ship?
Yeah, they should seal the deal.
Yeah, seal the deal on the one ship, and
king wants
maybe
to
the other ones will
blow
stand
them
down.
up. He wants
Well,
to
we
get
already
rid of them.
have all these other ships that can take a shot at it if we want to be lethal, but one, we already did an argument for that, not to just wipe
Not to mention-
it clean.
The Master's the strongest one. A weaker ship can take out the weakened ship,
Yeah,
whereas
and
the
that's,
Master
and
should
that's
probably.
kind of my sub point. If you don't buy into the argument we already had with Alberon,
All right.
any of these ships could probably take a shot at the gunship to take it down.
All right.
Yeah, just remember we don't have any missile attackers this turn. They've all missile attacked.
Yeah. So the other pirate captain actually comes in and says that apparently the ship that he's attacking was requested to come in and help with this fight. So it's not going anywhere when he's attacking it though. So good job thinking of that.
Awesome.
So we're turboing. I'll flip again. The other one, which has its shield back now, so it's average with a setback. And I'll aim twice for 2 system strain. We've got the burn. Come on! Brutal.
Well, 11 damage, breach 3.
Yeah. No, is it only 3?
Yep,
Yeah,
breach
for the
3.
turbo.
Well, that's what it says. I'm not
Okay,
entirely sure if
that's
it's
pretty
right.
good
An advantage to do something with.
still. I don't know that there's much I can do. I think I can pass a boost, or
Yeah, pass a boost.
yeah.
All right, NPC.
Okay. Okay. So it looks like there are some crew that are actually evacuating from the other CS gunship, and it lets loose some fighters as well.
Oh
So-
man, we should have taken it out. I forgot about the fighters.
Because they seem to be doing so well against our forces. Although we do have a problem with these guys coming towards us.
I mean, it's just more stuff on the map. I think from here on out, let's just try to seal the deal and just take
Yeah.
them down as fast as we can.
I think we should get this YT-2400 over to support us, though.
Yeah.
And it can, in one turn, engage them and open fire.
All right, cool.
I guess since that, yeah, that was its actually dispatching fire, so we can go ahead and just do that.
But actually, before we do that, can we just get rid of that big ship now? Let's just take it out.
What would you want to shoot at it? This guy?
Yeah, sure.
Can someone do the range thing for me?
It should be it was like one maneuver. Let me look.
Yeah, I can easily make it there.
So you can take a maneuver to aim, take some strain if you want.
All right. Once this guy's gunnery, it's 2400, so 3p, and then it's shooting at a large. It's just one silhouette larger, so it's still average.
Yeah, the silhouettes are a little bit. I tried to make them make sense, but the gunships are, just big.
Well, it's not a direct scale. I think I would consider it to be a logarithmic scale.
Hmm.
So 5 is.
Oh, okay. Well, it can definitely
Oh man.
crit again if we want it. No, it has length. Let's have it do 7.
Well, let's see how much damage
twice.
it does first, because it's only
Yeah,
doing
so-
like 1 damage.
7
Yeah, so-
damage.
7 damage twice, no breach or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay, so it's still up.
Well,
Okay, then I'm
I was
going to
gonna-
spend the next 3 to crit.
Oh,
Okay.
It has, yeah, I had 5. I can spend 2 to activate link and 3
Yeah.
to crit.
didn't even count that carefully.
Okay. and
Yeah,
So,
so this will be a plus 10.
Yep. Let me open up mine because I want to read it. I know someone else's GM assists, but it makes me feel special. 44. Tailspin. All the firing from the ship or vehicle suffers double setback till the end of the pilot's next turn. So if it fires again, it has 2 setback. And all crew members are immobilized until the end of the pilot's next turn.
Nice.
So apparently it shoots the engines, and at least half of them explode.
Yeah, we can have that. Where's my little angle thing? Oh well. I was gonna make it spin a little bit, but it doesn't
It
matter.
might be towards the bottom, because
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
think-
these are like at the top or something.
Yeah. Yeah. We can continue.
So still two of us. I mean,
So
these
what do we
guys still have a chance to just finish it off if they wanted to.
I definitely think one of these should be spent with moving this guy in to support us. That can be the one after this one or this one, but definitely don't want to forget it.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and move these smaller. I'm not trying to get the master.
So yeah, one maneuver to engage them.
And so
Their blaster cannons are pretty weak. You're gonna have to roll pretty well in order to actually get through the armor.
But they just have to barely hit, and they have a really easy check to hit it, so...
yeah,
We have
so
a
it's 1D, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
1S.
1D, 1S.
I'm gonna upgrade.
All right.
And
Oh,
2P1A. And you could aim if you want and just suffer the strain.
All right. I'll put it up to 3P, and yeah, I'll suffer strain. And here goes.
6 damage. I'm pretty sure that just goes right into the armor and doesn't do any damage.
It
Yeah, it
popped
just
up a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, so now we should use our YT over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can go anywhere that you want engaged with them, or close with them.
And since these are still at 3, probably it's just going to be another average check.
Yep.
Yeah, so remember that these are fighters, though, so you're going to have to beat their piloting to be able to lock on.
So 3P versus 2P1A.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, whoever hasn't gone yet, go for it.
I nominate Dart or Ben.
Alright, 3P1A.
Just 3P, unless
Yeah.
someone flipped.
Yeah, 3P versus 2D, 1C. Ooh.
In reality, this is Jack's fault for nominating me.
I gave
okay.
you an out.
Okay, despair options.
Collides with one of the fighters.
We punch a hole through the station.
I say yeah, you clip into the station for a minor collision. So, minor collision, you can subtract your shields, right?
Yeah, you roll a crit and shields times 10.
Is that not major collision? I thought minor was just straight damage.
I think.
No, minor has the shields.
Yeah, so shields are better for minor, so it's minor because you can use more of your shields. Major, you can't use your shields as much, so it's reduced by 10. So go ahead and roll the crit.
Hey.
34 is knocked off course. Particularly strong blast or impact. Oh, well, doesn't that make sense? Sends the ship or vehicle careening off in a new direction. On his next turn, the pilot cannot execute any maneuvers and must make a piloting check again to regain control. The difficulty of this check depends on his current speed.
So you're trying to go for that, but then you get corrected and you're going to be shooting off towards another direction. Oops.
And I guess he was going at full speed?
Yeah, we can assume that.
It's going to be a hard check. Literally. Alright, NPCs. One NPC at least.
Okay, so these fighters see an advantage, and they're going to fire on the YT. So, it's 2 difficulty, 1 shields. They're going to aim because they can take a maneuver to do that, and I'll flip for them. And go. Okay, yeah, so that's going to be 6 twice.
And they have 3 armor.
Yeah,
Four.
you're. Ooh, yeah, this is pretty good for the 2400s. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Not so bad.
One of us then.
Good job, Elise.
Maybe we should have these cloak shapes finally try to do some
Yeah.
damage on the fighters they've been engaged with this whole time.
Just now they're guaranteed to get a shot off.
Yep, and so just the 2 difficulty then.
Yeah, Leslie, do you want to roll?
No, I'm good.
Someone who hasn't been patently unlucky.
Little unlucky.
You're not gonna do it, or you are gonna?
I'll do it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
I'll
for
you
it.
run
do
out. There we go.
Aw. Still a triumph, though.
Yeah, so how do you want that triumph to play in?
What could they do? I don't know, maybe... Well, does their thing that they don't have to make the paladin check, is that just for this one attack? Because we could just make that roll over again and make it so they don't have to make it again.
Yeah. You can say that you still have an advantage on the check. So yeah, you won't have to make a piloting check again to attack them next round.
Still got a bead, but they're a bit dodgy.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, actually, since they were already engaged, shouldn't they have been able to aim?
Yeah, you can aim.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
We'll
Oh,
just see
that's
what
a
happens then.
Nice.
Hey, so
Yay.
we just succeed. All right. In that case, we could just crit with that triumph then.
Or linked. Or well, yeah, I
Or
guess
linked.
crits are better.
It's
So
probably better for this though. So it's 6 damage.
7 damage.
7. Oh yeah, no, the light blaster cannons at 6 damage.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong thing. Yep, 6.
6. Okay.
Nice shot.
Yeah. There's just one left in the grip with a crit.
All right. It's an NPC's turn.
Okay. So these guys just got launched out this round, right? The back here.
Yeah, the ones behind the damage, really damaged ship.
Okay. So I think what's going to happen is that this gunship is going to try to lend fire to the to support its fighters over here. So let's see that. Let me see. Okay, so 3P. Oh, it's gonna have to beat their gunnery, their piloting though. So that's gonna be. Let's see if they can actually get a beat. I'm gonna flip for them. Yes, they can. Okay, I'm gonna flip again for them, and so 2P.
I'm gonna flip back.
Okay. They're gonna aim. Okay, so they can't linked, but that's going to be 12 breach 2.
Eesh.
Okay, so so that ends that one, and one of them is looking really bad. Wait, can you guys not see that one?
Which one?
I can't see the bars on any but the first that you removed.
Yeah, that's right.
I see this one being damaged, but I don't see the bars not there.
Okay, can you see it now?
Nope.
Huh. Anyways, it's it took 9 of the 13, so
So one more of us up?
Which one of these haven't gone? These fighters, I assume. One's over here.
oh, it's because of
Yeah, let's.
I guess the best thing would be to send the whole squadron after the gunship, since they
Yeah.
had time to evacuate.
Yeah. So get anything like right there.
Yep. And they can't fire their missiles anymore, so it's just going to be the. Let's see if they can get lucky enough to breach the hull. Who would want to roll that?
I can roll it. Alrighty, let's look at their stats. So 2P, 1A, I will upgrade that. So 3P. Should I go ahead and take some damage to aim? Might as well, right?
Probably worth
Yeah,
it in the long
probably.
run.
We're definitely going to need more successes to get through that armor, since they
Okay.
can only fire their blasters.
And so it's 1 purple, 1 black. So here goes. Yes!
So
Okay.
that's 7 damage.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a blow up the Death Star type roll.
Yeah. I will say, tell me how you take it out. How does a small squadron of fighters finish off this ship?
Captain Elise is shouting over the comms, especially after one of their friends just went down, and she's like, "Make the CSA pay! They just took down Gergen. Take him out!" And so these guys are super motivated, and they really concentrate their fire, and they start an explosion in the engine room that cascades to the entire ship with those 2
Yeah.
troops.
Given to be a bit more scientific about it, the previous attack that sent it into a tailspin probably exposed the reactor that was
Yeah.
powering the engines, and they were able to just bang it.
Bam.
And there's a huge cheer through all the shared comms. Hidden daggers!
And that's without the double triumphs being spent, because I do have an idea for that.
No, that is with it. Sorry.
Aw.
That was great. That was cinematic.
No, I just had another idea for it that I would try and use against the other CSA ships. But yeah, that was very cinematic.
Yeah, I was letting the triumph actually apply to you can hit that special area. So
Thank you.
so you can ignore the soak a bit. So okay, yeah.
It's last NPC.
Oh, last NPC.
Yep.
I'm wondering after they see one of their massive gunships blow up, maybe that would add just a setback because they're a little bit rattled, right? Or they have to roll a fear check.
Yeah, we've lost what, one fighter
One fighter.
in all of this, and they've lost a gunship and 2 squadrons.
Okay. So yeah, let's see if they can keep disciplined.
Oh, by the way, Ragesh is radioing Renzi. Get the rebellion here. It looks like we're just going to storm this entire Outlook station. So it'll be us and also the pirates.
Yes. Renzi will say that we need to make sure the CSA is we need to. The Mercy ship needs to be seen as coming in, not too advantageously. So we
Not
need to
just going through the debris field as the fires are still burning.
Okay, so no, it looks like the other gunship is stalwart, but let's check out. So this fighter would only have his raw discipline.
Willpower, actually.
Yes, raw willpower.
Yay.
So this fighter wants to get out of here. Have I had them go yet? Actually,
Which ones?
the one there's only one left.
I actually don't think so.
No.
Yeah, because the other ones couldn't even go. So he's going to start. He's going to flip around and start jetting off. Just this way.
Sweet.
All right. If that's his turn, then it's back at the top with one of us. This is the last drill round, by the way.
Let's have the master fire proton torpedoes at the remaining gunship.
All right. I'll have to get into 30. So that's 30 right there.
Just get another pair of triumphs on it.
Oh, okay. Guess we're going at right angles now.
Well, it keeps our super shields facing towards them better.
So I was trying to just tilt it, but then it just... I don't think it... I think it can only do 45 degrees.
Oh, okay. Math is overrated. Alright. So I have to flip to do that, okay.
And actually, at this moment, Ragesh is sending a text to Jokin. Very rare that he will say something positive, but he says, "Your friends are awesome."
Is he taking like a Snapchat?
Okay,
Yeah.
guys, this is gonna be great.
Wow, you
Oh,
can
man.
crit if you want.
13
linked.
brings 6 2 times. Good
Oh
night.
yeah.
Do it.
Okay.
Or even better.
Wait, those torpedoes.
Okay, so that's once. That's twice. Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah.
There's still a
so
bar left?
there's still yeah, it is still intact, but
Ram
there's
'em.
two massive shots. It does appear to be like breaking up almost.
Do it. Yeah. Ram him.
Use your extra maneuver to ram them. You can do it.
No!
A slight
First of all,
breeze
we
would-
forget we do not have complete control over this ship.
We don't,
I don't
but
think Alberon's
is that-
going to destroy
Is that a
the
very
flag.
kingly thing to do? To ram?
Well, if the other ship has suffered massive structural integrity, you can ram it with your ship with pretty good assurance that it's not going to rip your ship apart.
I mean, that's up to the king. If he wants to
Yeah.
ram them, he can ram them.
So yeah, actually, this ship is going to actually submit a surrender. So I'm not sure how you do that in space combat terms.
Power
But,
down weapons.
Calm them.
Yeah, so they're just going to be coming over to the master, but Alberon doesn't seem to be wanting to stop. So
Alberon,
So-
remember what I told you.
Let him
Leaving
have
nothing but
fun.
corpses here will just hurt us in the end. And by us, I mean you.
yeah, on so on the master's next turn, you're going to have to do a check to convince him not to just lay into this again.
Or not.
Damn. If only I could have saved that triumph from that last leadership check.
And so because they're doing this, we're going to take them out at the bottom.
I'm going to say over the comms, tell your fighters to stand down.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, I was
Well,
actually... This is going all the way back to the double triumph, although I know that isn't being considered. I was going to have Mac get on the comms and say, especially after the gunship was destroyed, is that you... And he's still speaking through the administrator guys, even if we're doing this now. You stop throwing away your lives here against these pirate scum. Quick, flee, get support.
Get support. Okay. Yes, can you roll that against... So this ship isn't going to be able to go anywhere. It's way too damaged. But the fighters themselves might be able to flee at this point. So, yeah, roll that against 2C, 1A. And we'll do that. Don't do that
Yeah.
check twice for both set of fighters.
I assume you mean
2C, 1D.
2C, 1D.
Yeah.
All right. And what would this be? Deception?
Or coercion. I mean, a coercion just works fine.
Yeah,
I'll go ahead and make both of those 3C, though.
Okay. I'm going to use Unmatched Expertise to just make it 2C. And I'm also... Oh, I can't do that because I already flipped. Alright. 1. Nope. 2. Nope.
Okay, how do you want that advantage to be spent, though?
Um,
I'm going to say they're probably going to feel... They don't feel like taking aggressive tactics. They're going to try and surround the damaged gunship to protect it.
Okay, I agree.
it's a good one.
So they're not going to stand down, but they're going to just... or flee. They're not going to flee, but they're going to try and protect the gunship from this massive armada you guys have assembled on the other side, so...
Hidden daggers!
And Zygerria, you know, it's fine. Okay, so, how are we in terms of,
Shouldn't the breach tube have already happened, or the assault tube?
The third round, so I don't know if we'll do it at the top or the bottom of the round, but this is the third reaching round.
yeah, we'll say at the completion of this round, which, I mean, is going to be more narrative than anything else at this point, but what are we, in terms of turns, are you guys going to be attacking them as they're trying to fly back to the ship? Or
Well,
are we
not if
just
they've
going to-
surrendered.
they've not really surrendered, but they're moving in to protect the ship.
I guess this is a new round then.
Yeah, it is a new round.
Okay.
Only the matches.
Well, yeah, we've only had really one PC go in shooting in the master shooting.
Yeah,
Well,
they're ridiculous.
let's get the master. Let's use our check to stop the master from destroying that ship then.
Well, I thought the master's already gone at the top, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and get that going. Okay. So it's more Zygerria leading this than anything else. So what are you gonna try to do to convince her?
A romantic dinner for two with her and Gristle.
Zygerria, darling, there's something in it for you if you stop.
The only thing I want is to end the oppressors of my people.
Killing these oppressors are just going to bring more oppressors, and we all saw what kind of oppressors doing this kind of stuff can summon.
think you made your
if you want to
point.
see evidence of what they can do, look down on the planet. Part of it, a lot of it's like brown and gray.
Oh,
Remember, It
yes.
didn't look like that before.
Crap, I forgot to describe the planet to you. But yeah, that's actually the description I was going with the planet. It really just looks like a gray ball, and you can see some swirling storms of just dust and debris.
Yeah,
from
Zygerria, just killing everyone in your path, at the moment, that's just going to summon the people that did that again.
Oh, also, Ben had some stuff he was saying too.
Oh, what was I even saying? I don't remember.
Oh, I was thinking that Macron was actually assisting here as just an unskilled assist for Gristle. So
Sure.
so yeah, you're appealing to her better nature. That's definitely charm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was going to say that. I think you've made your point already.
Yeah. So 3 red and a purple.
I don't suppose my unmatched expertise branches over.
Oh, that's an interesting question. It's kind
I
of
would say for skilled assistance, yes, but unskilled.
If you want to flip it, and you make the check, and then take my 5 charm or 4 presence.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. That
Okay, yeah,
makes a lot of
so-
sense, since
yeah.
Gristle was talking to her and Macklin was maybe talking to her ideals.
Yeah, so the base difficulty would be daunting, so you reduce it to average, and then upgraded 3 times makes that 2 red and a purple.
Yep, that's correct. And so I'm doing the charm. And Gristle has 5 ranks in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so that takes it up to 5 if I flip, which I will. And yep.
Nice. Okay.
Solid.
Okay, so the other gunships the other fighters will just fly in to protect their mothership during this turn, and Zygerria will hold fire, and I'm assuming everyone else will go ahead and hold fire.
I will say this
okay.
though over the comms. This is Captain Charzan of the Hidden Dagger Pirates, along with Captain Elise. Everyone on the station will stand down, or we will destroy your gunship. It is heavily damaged and on the brink, and you will pass over control. There will be no resistance from the station, or your comrades on the ship die.
That's fair enough. That message gets through. Okay, so we can go ahead and actually move over to the station. So I'll turn that off whenever you guys get tired of the alarm going off.
It's pretty light in the background.
Strangely soothing, really.
It's a nice subtle beat.
Mhm.
It's a despair for them.
Okay, so you guys and some of the pirates board initially. It looks like the master is going to be docking with the ship itself, in one of these larger platforms at the bottom. And so these landing these platforms, if you remember, were originally used in the slave trade, and so they would have larger ships just come and use these gangways down below to transfer slaves. The actual administrative levels of the station were up above, and so you would have drilled in probably onto one of the sides over here.
Yeah.
So the So you guys are the first to get aboard. There are a few CSA guards, but they seem to have surrendered to you
I want to
without
say,
much of a fight. But
take us to your leader. Seriously.
Okay. They just look at you surrendering their weapons. And they say, yes, we'll take you to the control center. As you're walking around, the station is actually eerily silent. You see banners that the corporate
Except
sector
that
has
alarm.
posted around. Except that alarm, yes. Aside from the alarm, you don't really see people moving in the corridors or anything. So what you do see are like banners hung on the walls with corporate slogans like "Profit in everything you do."
Right. I'm going to say to the
Returns are your
person.
responsibility.
I want to say to the person that's guiding us. I'm going to say very clearly, if this is a trap, or if I am harmed or any of my comrades, I'll make sure that you're the first to die as painfully as possible.
Okay. So he'll gulp a bit at that. Well, let's actually roll. Make that a. What would their willpower be? Just make that a 2 red coercion check.
Okay. Oh, it's actually a lie. He's not going to kill him.
Okay. Then deception. I will upgrade that once. So 2 red and a purple.
2 red and a purple. I'm going to upgrade back.
Okay. He says, I don't know where the leaders are. They would be in the control center, but they seem to be doing some stuff in there. I don't really know what they were doing.
Oh, you better tell me what they're doing. 3 advantages.
I don't know. They told me to go protect the thing.
How many are there?
In the bridge area, there probably would be 20 officers of the company.
20 officers of the company.
Is there monitors or?
Yeah, good one.
Yes. So you remember that in the one thing that the Zygerians were trying to do is retrofit this to make this a more modern station. And so yes, hack can get into the station systems now because there are computer systems. I'm gonna make that 2 red and a purple, so base difficulty of hard. Let's actually flip that to make that 3 red.
Okay, will I be able to use break codes on this?
You can use Master Slicer, but not Code Breaker, because it's not really a code that you're breaking. You're just trying to get into the systems.
All right, so I'll be downgrading it twice.
Downgrading or decreasing, you may be specific.
Decreasing.
If you listen to it enough, it just sounds like a cat meowing through like a paper towel tube.
Oh man. Okay. Huh. So this is going to be sort of a What you notice is that while the vital systems of the station remain in place, there doesn't seem to be any corporate sector data on the you try to break into some of the locks, but from what you can tell, there's nothing really even behind that. You can just look at like file sizes and that sort of stuff and realize that whatever
what?
data was there.
I was gonna re-roll that. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Okay.
Especially now.
Yeah. Okay. So yes, you break into their systems and realize they've all been deleted somehow. It looks to you that maybe there was an EMP that completely wiped the drives of their servers up in the control center. What you do see as you break into the cameras is that the control center is empty. You see data pads on the ground. It looks like they tried to smash them, just stomping on them.
Do we
But
see
you
any
get the idea-
pictures? Or do we see any? Do we see these leaders anywhere on any of the other cameras, like in other parts of the station?
What you see is that in this sort of general like workers area, as opposed to just the control center, you do see people. They look to be more of just hiding. You can't really pick out leaders at all. And what you can also see from the cameras is that some of the guards seem to have discarded their uniforms and are just sort of trying to blend in with the people.
Okay. Why don't we do this? Ragesh is going to turn to Hack and say, Hack, can you hack into the life support systems? And, we can get on the comms and say, surrender without any conditions, unconditional surrender from your leaders, or we will be jetting all of the oxygen in your section. I'm totally lying through my teeth, but...
Well, that's not really possible, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do they know that?
Yeah, I mean, when you build this is the issue with like jettisoning the air out of a star destroyer. Like,
oh no, I'm not trying to jettison the air out of the entire station. I'm talking about.
But in effect, you would have to do that because these people are inside of this area, which is like the big area, and so they're just hiding.
All right.
They're hiding in all sorts of nooks.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
crannies.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
They are.
I
So they're
agree.
just all over the place. So there's not really a way for that threat to work. One thing also I wanted Hack to note is that while the data pads and stuff that you saw smashed at the control center, they did try to stomp them out. You think if you can get some mechanics skill on them, they could be still put. Some of them don't look as broken as others. While the data in the servers is gone, there might still be something lingering on those data pads.
Ooh.
Okay. With that triumph, can I say that I'm familiar with the systems now, so it's not as difficult, or maybe extra boosts or something like that?
I've really given you a lot of stuff that includes what you're getting for that triumph. Really, the data pad clue is the triumph.
Okay, sure, no problem.
And then you also learn about one of the spines of the gangway is called the restricted zone on just the map that you're finding that isn't fully, like the basic systems of the space station are still in play, but corporate sector data and all you can really find about one of these spines is that it's called the restricted sector.
Can we say?
Hawk is going to let everybody. Excuse me. Hack is going to let everybody know what he found and what the data pads and the restriction area.
Since we've got lots of reinforcements, why don't we have the pirates, Captain Elise, take it from here and assemble the leaders, and then we head down to the restricted zone.
So are you just wanting her to gather up the people and try and put them into like a one place as opposed to wherever they're hiding?
Yeah, well, we're just to get her to fan out with all the pirates and just get everyone into custody and keep them all together. Maybe have her collect the data pads, because this restricted zone I want to get to quick. What do you guys think?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You said the data pads and everything was erased off of the hard drive, so we would have no clue as far as what was in this restriction.
Yeah, the data pads might be recoverable. The servers are completely wiped.
How long would it take for us to get into the data pads? Take a
So
while.
it would be if you go there first, you would be picking them up. But if you have Elise pick them up, she can just give them to you later. So it's your choice whether you want to go pick them up or you want to head straight to the restricted zone.
Can we ask the guards maybe?
Well, what Tommy was saying is that Elise, the captain of the sunken dagger pirates,
Hidden daggers.
hidden dagger pirates, will go ahead and pick up those data pads for you, and I think that's fine. She would definitely do that. You are paying her, so
Yeah, I mean we can trust her. I just I don't want to meta it too much, but it may be one of those things where it might take some time anyway to crack into these, and we don't know what's going on in the restricted zone, so we probably should get there as soon as possible.
Yeah, I think we all agree that we should go there.
yeah, and so you will have the ability to get into those data pads later.
Okay. Yeah, let's get down to the restricted zone. So, Captain Elise, you've got this. Thank you for your help, and we're going to head down to the restricted zone.
Given my experience with the CSA, it's either something really, really illegal or really sexy.
So it looks like even the majority of the corporate sector folks, I mean, some of them will say they're, yeah, as they're being gathered up, they're just part of like the, or I'm just part of the commercial billing group, or I'm a part of corporate accounts payable. Like, so they claim to all be just, you know, office workers, and it looks like they were restricted to this from this area too. So actually getting the elevators to go down to that gangway is going to be a 1 red, 2 purple computers check.
1 red, 2 purples.
Ragesh will give you unskilled assistance on that, just in case.
All right, we're going to decrease the difficulties by 2.
Sweet.
Okay. Okay, so the triumph in opening the elevator. So how do you want that triumph? Do you want this triumph to maybe give you more knowledge about the CSA computer systems, so maybe an upgrade for the datapad hacking?
Yeah, that'll be fine.
Yeah,
I think it should be spent to make sure the elevator music inside is turned off.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot to get music for this next part. Dang it. Okay.
Thank
sorry.
goodness.
Oh, by the way, we still have the picture of just the station. Is that where we're supposed to be?
Yes, yes, and so I'm not. You're not going to be going from this picture, so don't worry. So I did open up the propaganda pictures if you're looking below.
How many of those advantages did I use? I would like to use some to reduce strain.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Okay, where am I? Notes. Okay, so upon reaching the gangways, you guys immediately notice a dreadful stench.
Is it that gross fish?
No.
That's why it's restricted.
You head quickly to what was termed the restricted sector. It looks like there was an area for guards, but they've already abandoned their place. And so you really just find basically a big, I don't want to say a fence, but like the cordoned off area that's just locked. And so you guys can get it open, no problem, with your skills or just smashing it open.
Smash.
And what you find are behind it a large number of sickly, malnourished Zygerrians.
Well, sounds like we know where we're setting up.
Yeah. They will shudder at the sight of everyone.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll be fine. Everything is okay.
Start processing these people and sending them up. I'm going to get the equipment set up in a place that's a little more clean and open.
And well, this was turned. This is basically a giant docking tube, right? The gangway.
Yes, yes, it is.
Why don't we have Renzi bring the Mercy ship and have it dock right here first?
Yep. Come on in, Renzi.
Yes. Okay. So you'll send the note to Renzi, and Renzi it'll be an hour or two before Renzi can get there, though.
Okay.
Just because they didn't want to, appearances and that sort of thing. But yes, if Gristle wants to go ahead and start organizing that effort, so they'll open up to you as you offer, rations or medical care or whatever, and they explain that they were the remnants of the personnel who manned the station prior to the Imperial bombardment. When the CSA took over the station, they were forced into the gangways and basically left to die without food, sanitation, medical resources, or anything like that. Okay, you do hear the master docking into one of the other gangways. Does anyone want to look around?
Yeah, I mean, I'll do, I guess, perception or vigilance or perception?
Yes, let's see. It's kind of hard because they'd be giant boxes.
That sounds easy.
Yeah, I don't think you'd miss them in one of the gangways, but let's do an average knowledge warfare check so you guys can figure out what's actually in here, because there's sort of general.
I'll do a unskilled assistance on whoever's peeking or checking out things.
So where is this?
Just in another one of the gangway spines.
Oh, I don't know if Chris would even go there. He'd probably just be spending the rest of this time setting things up.
Hmm.
Oh, Macron surprisingly knows it.
Yeah, you recognize these as turbo laser batteries meant to be installed upon a station.
Now, can they be turbo laser batteries for the rebellion?
They could.
You'd have to get it around Alberon, though.
Good point. Alberon marches forth, finally getting off the station. So he's got Zygerria with her, and of course guards all around him. The pirates, his pirates are just sort of like flooding the station at this point. And he sees the state of the Zygerians, and obviously the Zygerians recognize who he is. And he starts riling up to make them out for blood. He tells them, we Zygerians are a proud people. We will take from the CSA what they have taken from you.
I'm going to speak up really quickly and say, don't worry. The Hidden Daggers will space them all. They've got a bone to pick with the CSA as well. So we'll take care of them. Ragesh is lying. He doesn't want any more bloodshed, but he's going to lie and say the Hidden Dagger Pirates are going to kill all of the CSA.
Okay. This can't really be fused together with his check, but Macron is going to say that giving yourselves into hate purely will simply lead to destruction, both for yourself and to others. And look what destruction has already been wrought upon you.
Oh, I think that's still valid. It would be a check. You're talking to the people while Ragesh is talking to the king, so we both have checks going on.
So in response to that, the king will say that it was my son's weakness that brought about the attack on Zygerria, and the weakness of that spy Klus who let the rebellion take our fleet. We will show the CSA that we are not weak.
There is the weakness Saber brought, you misunderstand. It was prosperity, a chance to forge a new path away from one where you can only make more enemies. Zygerians can be strong, but they can be so much stronger together with others that stand to fight against these evil forces that seek to corrupt the galaxy.
Okay.
One thing that Ragesh, when he calls Saber weak, Ragesh just gets this look on his face that maybe only the other agents recognize, and that's his kill face, where it's like, okay.
Well, time to dress up like a nurse.
Okay, so we're going to be making this a competitive check on the people of the Zygerians who are weak here. Do we want to base this off of the deception that Ragesh is offering?
The thing is, like, I don't want to meta it too much, but think about the Zygerian people. They're not really known for their kindness, and I really do think that just to calm things down and to get these CSA people off the station before they're all massacred and drawing the wrath of the CSA, it would just be best for us just to lie and say the Hidden Daggers are going to kill them.
Macron's soapboxing. You can't stop this. He is going to point towards Klus and say, "This man."
Oh, Klus isn't there.
Well, this king will lead you only to ruin. Look what his simple presence brought the last time he was here. And he just gestures to the floor and the planet below him. And so he's going to try to discredit him.
Okay, so how does that work mechanically?
It's a set difficulty, but you can add setbacks. So it's default hard.
And what's the end effect on that one?
It upgrades his social checks.
Okay, I like it. Yes. So I'm going to add 3 setbacks to that.
All right. Plausible deniability gets rid of all of them.
Dang it. Okay.
And it upgrades the difficulty, to be perfectly clear.
Yes.
All right. It upgrades it. I need advantage to do it more than once, so it upgrades his social checks once for the rest of the encounter.
Okay. So he is going to be using leadership on his people. And so we're going to do this competitive, and it's upgraded, you said, twice or once?
Once.
Okay. And we're going to make this... they don't have much in terms of willpower, but... let's see. Because of the tact you are taking, I am going to... Well, what are you trying to... You're trying to make them... They're bring out their better nature, right?
Yeah, and failing that, I'm just trying to say Alberon is leading you to a dead end.
Okay. Okay, so what do you think the second one would be?
What Macron's doing? I
Yeah.
think it's going to be leadership as well.
Okay, so we'll just do competitive leadership then. So I have an upgrade on my end. It would be average, just for both of us.
All right.
So I'm going to flip.
Oh crap. Hold on.
I can
Shit.
interject. Well,
There's that interjection.
I mean, I can try to interject, but like, I would define this as an uphill battle. I'd need 7 successes.
Well, no. It's competitive. I just need to do better than him, so any damage you could do would be helpful to that 7 successes.
All right, here goes. So
You
I
can knock that down to
remove
2, which would be very helpful.
5 of his advantages.
Well,
Or successes, sorry. 5 successes.
so yeah. Now he only has-
How is Zevo helping here?
I guess so Ziva will jump in and, I don't know. Look what happened last time. You know, the people, you need a new plan. And you need a new plan soon.
Can you roll 2 setbacks?
For what?
For the argument. Sorry, I hoping for a little bit more. Probably wouldn't be too appealing because the new plan would be following the king as opposed to following like the democratic process and that sort of thing. That's what they had been trying.
Oh, I wasn't sure that the term was long enough to consider the new plan and actually really try.
It was several months.
Not really that long in the democratic process.
No. Ooh, those setbacks are helping me. Okay, so was there any other augments to that, or?
I can give him 2 threats as well.
I meant for the check in general, or are the Zygerians going to start storming the top of the
Well, I
station?
still need to roll mine. That last one was my interjection.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to flip for my leadership.
Oh, sorry, that was your... Oh, my bad. I didn't realize that. I thought that was your roll.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No. What was else I was doing? Inspiring rhetoric first. Nope. I'm just trying to make sure I have nothing in the advocate tree aside from what I've already thrown at him. And he didn't throw anything at me, so I can't do that. All right. Fingers crossed. Boo. Screw you, dice.
Mhm. So yeah.
can I? Is this because before any of this started, I did have Ragesh say what was happening with the hidden daggers and the CSA being killed. So
Well, this seems like it was more like a fight for the soul of the Zygerrian people.
Yeah,
If
I mean,
you're
that's
still
why I
gonna
said
lie to
that-
protect the CSA. You can probably still do that.
yeah, so it was like 2 separate things going on, so that we both got to do stuff. So Brandon, can the lie still happen?
And so okay. Let's see. So were you directing that lie at the king or to the actual people?
I was running it to the king.
I mean.
Well, I mean, to everyone within earshot that,
Yeah.
I mean, these and he saw them. They were
Yeah.
bloodthirsty pirates that wiped out one of the ships.
So his thing is that the Zygerian people need to take revenge for themselves. So that's not really going to be effective.
Well, then we can do it this way then. and I'm saying this to the king. Have them take out the leaders who ordered them to be for them to suffer like this, but the rest of the personnel, which would be the majority of the people, the hidden daggers will take. So let them take their pound of flesh as well. But in reality, what we're doing is we're saving most of the people, and hopefully that will mollify the CSA.
Okay. If you can guarantee me the leaders' heads.
And I'm going to try to sneak some of the leaders because I know that they have changed some of their clothes. So I'm kind of hoping that, yeah. So I'm trying to pull a fast one over on them.
Okay. Yes. So, his discipline was 5 red.
Good grief. Ah!
Ooh. Okay. Yes. He
And that
can
triumph means that I get to save some of the leaders. They've changed clothes fast enough so that the leaders who are taken to the slaughter will die, but we are able to save all the personnel and several of the leaders.
Okay. Yes. The bloodthirsty Zygerians, the ones who can actually walk or anything, grab for blaster pistols and everything like that.
And I'm even going to say, Captain Elise, she knows what's going on. She's dealt with double speak before, so she calms back and says, "Yeah, hidden daggers!" And everyone's all bloodthirsty, and they're shoving people into the gangways for some to be killed by Zygerrians and others to be taken to the hidden dagger ships. And Ragesh will shake hand, or he'll extend his hand to the king in a shake.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, he'll meet it.
Okay. And I'm trying to think here now. I can't poison him here in front of everybody, but
Put your new glove on and shake hands.
oh, I've got it on, but I can't kill him right here. But he's marked one of these days. I've shaken his hand, and it's kind of like my promise to myself. He's going down for calling Saber weak.
And the grip that you feel meeting yours is very. You can tell that it's a cybernetic limb.
Okay. Good thing I didn't try to stick it. I just kind of give him a smile and just say, good doing business with you. Hope to meet you again. Grr.
I can see why my son favored you.
Wait, he doesn't know that it's me. Or
You
does
think
he?
so? Ah,
Wait, does he really know it's me?
unmatched insight.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, we can wrap that up. If you can give me so anyone who actually in the Once and Future King who interacted with the corporate sector. So I think that was actually Rogesh primarily, right?
Yep.
Can you give me a let's see, I'm going to upgrade this once. So a hard upgraded once perception check with 2 boosts.
Okay, hard perception check upgraded once. So
this is on the people that are
Twice.
being taken down from the other sections of the ship.
okay, sorry, I might have gotten the streams crossed here. 1 purple, 2 reds, or 2 purple, 1 red?
1 purple, 2 reds.
Purple, 2 reds, and this is a perception check, correct?
Yes, and so this is you looking over, trying to identify a leader you might recognize as
Oh.
particularly.
And you said 2 boosts or 1?
2 boosts, yes, because you interacted with the corporate sector.
Ugh.
Okay. So yeah. Did anyone else who participated in Once and Future King can roll this, but without the? Oh, you added an extra red, I think.
Ooh!
So it was 2 purple, 1 red.
2 purple, 1 red. Okay. Should I just re-roll that, or?
Yeah, because there's no way to know which red is.
Yeah!
Okay. So yeah, you hiding, like the whole dressed as an old lady sort of thing is you identify Mirko Vikirkin, the corporate sector delegation leader who.
Got it. I'm going to go over and just say, oh, let me help you with that. And I kind of give him a grip that he knows that I know who he is. But to anyone else watching, it's just Ragesh helping an old lady.
Okay, so you're not going to give him up then?
No. I'm gonna take him to the Hidden Daggers to, yeah.
Okay. Okay. And so otherwise, you're going to have to give up some of the corporate sector people.
Yeah.
And so how are you going to convince? How are you going to go about actually trying to pick out the leaders who have just really tried to hide amongst the rabble?
Can Zivo try to identify anyone just looking at like their faring or anything like that?
Yes, you can try. So you want that to just be perception, or how do you want to go about that?
Or vigilance. I don't know what you think fits better.
I think vigilance could work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do the same check Ragesh just did.
1 red, 2 purple.
And then you were at the station.
Yes.
That was specific to identify Mirko Vig. Sorry, no boosts on this. But you do have Destiny, so.
Do it.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll say that you can get you can round up 3 that you definitely believe are leaders. And so these are really the ones, like, you need to give some leaders to the Zygerrians to assassinate, basically. So.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Would that rebel spy be on board?
The rebel spy?
Yeah, I believe it was a rebel spy.
Are you talking about the Imperial spy?
Yeah, excuse me.
Oh, I mean, she's long
sorry.
gone.
Yeah, we in the other session, Rock sliced her in half, so I went with that as the her fate. So.
Sounds cool.
Yes, and so yeah, I won't go through the painful act of asking you to describe the people that you've sent to be assassinated.
Oh, it's like maybe it's one of those screen wipes. We hear screams and it just fades to black.
Yeah, just loud calling out from the Zygerrians. It sounds like they're going crazy over on that end. But Elise hands off the data pads to you. It's going to be gosh, what is gosh, where is that? Okay, to repair the one of the data pads that look to be repairable, it's going to be a hard mechanics check.
Okay. Can anyone's got good mechanics?
I'll stim you. There you go. You got a warrant.
Can we flip a destiny point and say that one of the Hidden Dagger pirates, because I mean they're pirates, they probably have tons of different types of people that they might have. Flip a destiny point and then roll a force point to see if they have a good mechanic on board with some skills.
Yes, and so double white will be 3 ranks, white will be 2 ranks, and how many does Hack have any ranks in mechanics? Oh wow, never mind. So 3 ranks in mechanics that they can assist you with. So this will be your skilled assistance for the check.
Okay. Yeah, someone already. Oop, that's too many.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you get it running, and you can. There's not really any other thing you're gonna have to break into with computers or anything. You find correspondence about those insufferable cats in the gangways, and whether the stench will ever come out. But you also find messages about short-band radio broadcasts coming from the surface of the planet at varying intervals, some appearing for a time and then disappearing, while others are still going strong. So you would understand that the orbital bombardment would have likely destroyed any of the more advanced communications equipment that would have enabled like planet-to-planet messages. So these signals indicate that there are still survivors on the planet, although the broadcasts that have gone offline can really only mean one thing. The message referenced a study commissioned by the corporate sector that's from a company actuary who believes that the last radio signal should go dead within the next month.
Oh dear.
So yes, you have free reign of the station. Um,
I assume the
Obviously,
rebels have moved in, or are about
yes,
to arrive.
we can assume that the redemption does come in. It looks like Alberon has tried to take control of the other remaining gunship outside, so he has men flooding it into it. Um, as he just takes control of the station himself as well. And so you guys can broadcast out that the station has been claimed for the recovery and the medical relief efforts of Zygerria. And you have your own ammunition in the back as well against the corporate sector if they tried to do anything.
Right.
So. Okay, so is there anything else you guys would want to do?
I would talk to maybe the king and just because the Hidden Dagger pirates did even better than expected. I mean, they really came through. So, they helped him out, and maybe they might be able to do some future jobs with him. My plan, though, is that I want to get the Hidden Dagger pirates in with him
Mm-hmm.
because they're in with us to keep an eye on him in such a way, but also ostensibly to give them a little bit of extra pay for this.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. He obviously was very impressed by what they were able to do. So, So this, are you trying for a charm check or?
Oh, I mean, does there really need to be a role? I mean, it's just, hey, they worked with you, they would love to work with you again.
Yes, I think that's completely valid. That um, now Alberon will consider them allies or at least resources.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm going to talk to Captain Elise and just say, keep an eye on this guy. And thanks for your help. And I shake her hand. And, please pass my thanks along to Captain Darson.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sure she would comment on just repaying a favor to an old friend.
Yep.
In reference to Jokin coming.
Thank you, Jokin.
So. Yeah.
No problem. If it's possible, Hack would love to try to put some kind of bypass system in if he has to come back and hack this system.
Good idea.
Okay. So you want to give yourself administrator rights, basically.
Thank you.
Yes. So you had that triumph that we really didn't get to spend again. So we can say that triumph is what did it.
All right. Excellent.
So yes. With the augmentations and your ability to get into the systems, you think you can this station you could get back into these systems, no problem. So sorry, Dumdies didn't get to do much cooking. Maybe he can cook now. Sorry.
Well, we just brought a bunch of supplies. Maybe we could use that to win over some of the Zygerrians.
Yeah. Let's have a feast. They haven't had real food, so.
Alberon, we challenge you to a cook-off.
Durasteel chef.
Zygerria.
Yeah. By offering them food and the medical care you did initially, you do still find some Zygerians who still believe in the spirit of the democratic movement, although they.
Okay, yeah, you know what? Macron's going to want to do this, but he does respect the fact we have a base there, so he is going to ask, what if we give some of the Zygerrians who aren't following Alberon's Kool-Aid to come to Wayrite, set up their own settlement?
Yeah, that was actually sort of a lead-in that I think Tommy
Yep.
was yeah.
If you did it, I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Oh, no. This was something that I talked to Brandon separately. So
Yeah,
he's just saying that this works.
Well, then Macron takes credit.
I think that's perfectly fine. Yeah, Macron can make the suggestion. And I mean, Alberon would say the weaklings can go wherever they want. The strong will stay.
Yeah, well, had fun with your dirt rocks for the planet.
Yeah. Ragesh will just keep smiling at him like, yeah.
I guess there's also another wrinkle we have to deal with. The deal's come through. Do we want to give him his other two daughters?
Sure, why not?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if anyone wanted to play foul there, but all right.
Yeah. So we can say that the Sun Flare comes and was able to deliver the other two daughters. And Alberon just comments that one day we'll have a proper funeral for my son.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Okay. Yeah, everyone. No one said anything.
Yep.
Don't tell him that he's on the ship that just got
You
hit.
have fun with that then.
Nice knowing you.
Yeah. Goodbye.
And I'll say to him, he was far stronger than you can ever imagine.
He won't even act like he heard any of what you just said. So
I'm gonna cough. Asshole.
Okay. Yeah. So that is the end of Prophets Without Borders.
Cool. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, I guess you guys need XP. This is
Yeah, we
something I didn't really get in the write-up.
Ooh,
so
that means that we get huge base XP. No.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll shoot for the. This was a 4-hour mission, so I think it makes sense to have it base XP 15.
Okay.
Bringing in the pirates, of course. Tommy's been pushing to try and get everyone to pull in their contacts and everything whenever it makes sense. So I'm thinking 3. That really gave you guys
Nice, thank you.
gave you guys a big edge in that battle. And then I'll go ahead and open it up to what you guys liked want to nominate for the mission.
The double triumph fighters destroying the gunship.
Yeah, just the fighters doing that, so that'll be another 1.
Hidden Dagger Revenge.
I mean, we wanted to save some of the leaders, and we did.
Yep, another 1 for that, and then 1 for offering the more democratic Zygerians a place to stay.
I liked
anything
Gristle's little aside to Zygerria.
Oh, dang it. I meant to play that more up. I was envisioning. I knew people would be reticent about going aboard the Master, but I was going to try and play that more up there. But you can say that Zygerria is flirtatious with. She's both excited about the victory in the battle because she was leading the Master. Yeah, she's pretty excited, Gristle. So whatever happens there. So
that was more of an RP thing than anything that would give us XP. I'm count straight.
Oh, yeah. Although that was a fun moment. So
Our failed attempt to fight for the soul of the more populous Zygerrians.
I did have the odds stacked against you, as you might notice. I think that it's fair to say that would be an incredibly difficult move.
Yeah, I wish I could have saved Unmatched Expertise for that. I would have liked to see how that would have upped my chances. I'm going back, and I look not much. He still would have won, but still.
Yeah. I think I'll go ahead and roll that in. So 22 for that, and some of the art. Just role play. I know that this mission because I was wanting to experiment with space combat on a grid. That it did take you out of your characters a bit. I was really just wanting to test that to see how that would work out. Did you guys like that? I mean,
I did, and actually,
I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, after we got in the groove of things, I did really like it. I can save that for the notes after the recording.
Yeah.
I love that you did that because we've had this campaign for so long, so I really want to encourage all the GMs to be experimental and try things out like this because that lays a really good foundation for another mission that is coming up. So I'm really glad that you took it upon yourself to do that. So thank you.
Yeah, I thought that was great.
Okay. So 22 is the count. Anything else out there?
I got nothing.
Okay. So Merp, what do you guys? I know this one's a little hard because the role play was taken out for about 2 hours because of the space combat. But what do you guys think? Who do so just a general MVP.
Macron took the lead on a lot of stuff today. I feel like he was pretty important. You know, we had like 4 different faces, so
I kind of feel sorry for Sunday. They don't have. It seems like they don't have a lot of versatility with characters. I mean, they do have Erdo.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how Erdo interacts with Alberon. So.
We've got 3 more people who can vote.
Yeah, go. Please vote in the thing.
Oh, and the thing?
Yeah.
Get that thing I sent you? Yeah, 1 more for Rogesh and he wins. And Tommy, just vote for yourself.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and GM it, and so we don't take much time. So yeah, Rogesh is Merp, MVP
Cool, thanks,
in
guys.
general. Was anyone going to try and take the turbo lasers for the orbital station for the rebellion?
Ziva would love to take turbo lasers for whatever purpose.
So obviously you're going to have to negotiate with the king on that one. And so let's see. Yeah, we'll do this right now. If you can roll against 3 red and 2 purple, we'll see how many you can get for the rebellion.
Against 3 red. Whoops. 2 purple. Negotiate. Ooh, that's the wrong color.
Because obviously the rebellion is offering a lot of like supplies and stuff.
All right. 3 red, 2 purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, I
Okay.
removed one of those with my eyepiece.
So 3 threats. Yeah, we'll see you get 1 duty for that. Okay. Anything else? ahead.
Yeah, actually, before we go, I want to see if, because yeah, the king was impressed with Ragesh and saw what maybe Saber saw in him. Can I try a biggest fan check on him just for later, just for the future?
No.
Yeah, there's a different thing between respect and trying to get your autograph.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's necessarily what biggest fan is supposed to be used for, but I don't know.
Had to try. So, yep.
But on the topic of obligation.
Oh, yes.
Lately, he's got a little bit out of his system now because he's got a lot of sorts.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and take 1 off of that. I didn't get to play with it as much as I wanted to. But I'm sure. There was yeah, but yeah, we'll take 1 off of that obligation as you resist the allures of the beautiful Zygerria. Okay. Yeah, with that, I think we can cut the recording. Thanks, everyone.
All right, yeah. Thank you for jamming. Had fun. Oh, and what's the mission for next week? I forgot.
I think it's Eric's Friendly Fire Part 1. Is that
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
yeah, it should be Eric's.
So join us for next week with Shadow the Broker, Friendly Fire Part 1, where we have Torty, and maybe Torty's revenge for all the friendly fire that we've had